Boosh, baby!
Boosh, baby!
Your boy is back.
He's back. He's back. Your boy is back.
And he's booshing.
Woo! The night, he's like the draft Santa Claus. He shows up the night before the draft. Mock J is in the hizzy. What is happening, fellas? And more importantly, Way J, Mock
Crack 'em
J.
if you got 'em.
Let's get one in us, kids. Crack 'em if you got 'em, son. God, that feels crispy.
Crack 'em if you got 'em, son.
Man, it feels good. The three best friends are back.
Three best friends. And guess what? Also, I don't have that shitty delay, that shitty overseas delay.
Was it hard?
How bad was that?
Was it hard to kind of sometimes?
No, you just had to I had to time things a little bit, and then I knew when I was talking that I'd get the delayed response.
And you always have to have that in the back of your head so you don't just end up talking over each other all the time.
Exactly.
Hey, you did pretty good, though. I'll say, as AJ was on, minus the night that he was blackout drunk, you pretty good. It never really seemed to be too big of a nuisance, to be honest.
No, and I think we all worked with it. We all knew what we had to do.
I'm going to treat AJ like he's still away on a delay, so I'll wait. I'll say something, and I'll wait for him to
and then talk over him.
And then I'll talk over him. Oh, wait, no, yeah, sorry.
Best friends that anybody could have.
We're the three best friends that anybody could have.
Let's get one of those
We're
in
the
us.
three best friends that anybody could have. Guys, not only is AJ back in studio, not only is Bandwagon Boy 1 over there doing his damn thing, I'm back in my love seat, which I love. I get to just sit here. I get to crack them if I got them. And it is the night before the NFL draft, and I couldn't be more excited. It's funny how our show has evolved so much in the 3 years that we've been running it. From the first year, not even really doing, we covered the draft a bit, and we talked about guys that we'd
I
want.
don't even remember what we did.
We didn't. I was out of town working. Micah Parsons got drafted the very first year CanFan was in existence. We didn't do a show. I was working in Kelowna. I was texting you guys. We were texting a bunch. But to see where we are now with it, it's pretty crazy, and it's really cool.
Yeah, we're going to have a 3-day draftacular extravaganza. And we have lots of guests, lots of friends coming on. And I'm actually really, I've been listening to other people's mock draft. The problem with listening to other people's mock draft is you just get the first 12 picks. It's all the same fucking 12 picks.
Always,
right?
Oh, you've been listening to full mocks.
Yeah, I've been listening to, just the last couple of days. I'm like, oh,
I like the full mocks, though, because it gets you kind of, so at least you know what to expect. And when you keep hearing the same shit in the first round happening over and over again, when somebody trades up or something, it's still going to be pretty exciting.
Oh, yeah, totally. I think they're saying that this draft might have the most trades going on a single day, which was, I think, the record's 9.
In day one?
I think so, yeah.
Well, the crazy thing, so you got to...
2022 had the most.
We're going to get into Cowboys talk here, but this is a draft show tonight because it's the night before the draft.
Right.
But it's interesting that you say that because right off the hop, we've talked about this before, there's 5 quarterbacks that could possibly go in the first round. So say you get Caleb Williams and then in whatever order Jaden Daniels and Drake may go, there might be teams that are then willing to move up to the 4th spot to either trade and try to get Marvin Harrison Jr. or to move up to try to get the next quarterback. So the first 6 picks could get wild tomorrow night. And I'm expecting some sort of flurry, at least in the top 10. You don't know if players like Justin Jefferson might get moved. You don't know if players like Dak Prescott could be moved.
Ooh.
There just could be a lot of shit that happens tomorrow night, and I'm super stoked and amped up for it.
I mean, I got a question right off the hop with that comment. So what if Dak does get moved? So right now, what's the record that you're predicting for next season without knowing who we're drafting
for the Dallas Cowboys?
For the Cowboys,
I'm still gonna go. I still think they're with Dak Prescott or without Dak Prescott.
Right now, Dak with the team.
I still think Dak Prescott's the best quarterback in the NFC East. I really do. And if you have the best quarterback in the NFC East and the best quarterback who's dominated the NFC East, I could still see the Cowboys right now without even any upgrades getting 10 wins. Because I feel like they have almost they're splitting all their wins against divisions, at least at most, and maybe even sweeping a couple of them. So the Cowboys to me are still a competitor in the NFC East, and that's what you have to do to get to the postseason. But I'm going to say 10-7 without anything else happening.
Okay, and then if they make a move, trade Draft Prescott, trade Dak Prescott. Hey, I'm a little rusty.
Draft Prescott.
Draft Prescott and go up and get, say, I don't know, Drake May, Michael Penix Jr. They get Michael Penix Jr. They make a trade. I don't know where those guys are slotted to go, but I think Michael Penix Jr. might be the guy who is out of the because if you're gonna trade Alex, if you're gonna trade Dak Prescott, I don't see Washington making a trade for him. I think they want to get a rookie, so someone who would be willing to take him. Do you think Michael Penix Jr. is in that range? And then what do you feel like the Cowboys would be like with him?
I just want the Cowboys to maybe not draft a quarterback. If they trade Dak, I want them to build for their quarterback of maybe next year or the year after.
And just run Lance?
Run Lance, see what you got, and then fucking pad up in first-round talent, like stats and talent, you know? Get a couple first-rounders.
Get a couple first-round boys. I mean, after, it's going to be, like, Bo Nix, I think, is kind of the Bo Nix, Michael Penix Jr., they're in like the second wave of QBs that are going to be going in this draft, right?
Like late 20s, maybe even to the possible second round.
Yeah, but they're
possibly.
But they are saying that like there's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks, so there are going to be teams that are going to try and trade up to get that quarterback. But if you look at like Drake May, you look at JJ McCarthy, Jaden McDaniels. Or Jaden Daniels?
Yeah.
McDaniels.
That's his McDouble. That's his McDonald's meal. Get the Jaden McDaniels.
Jaden McDaniels is a husky version of Jaden, but he's like a fucking no bullshit bruising.
What would the Jaden McDaniels be if it was a meal at McDonald's? He played in LSU, so it's got to be like crawdad.
Fish, McFish.
Yeah.
What is it?
Fillet of fish?
Fillet of fish.
It's two fillet of fish patties and
a crawdad in the middle.
A crawdad in the middle, and then Big Mac sauce.
I mean, I'm kind of I kind of want the McDaniels.
Yeah,
right now,
to be
honest. I don't know if it tastes good, but I'd be all for it. But there's going to be fireworks in tomorrow's first round because, again, we hear so much stuff, and it's almost like an echo chamber, right? Like, we've all kind of gotten into our own echo chamber of who we think the Dallas Cowboys are going to take, and it could be a completely different player than we've even really talked about, right? So it'll be interesting to see if it does. Like, there's a lot of Graham Barton talk for the Cowboys. There's a lot in the second round right now you're seeing, and we're not going to see this tomorrow night, but in the second round, you're hearing a lot of running back talk with Jonathan Brooks or Trey Benson or Blake Corum. And then the first round, it's O-line, O-line, O-line. Well, what happens if they just go completely left field and take an edge rusher? Or, like, what would be a left field position for you? Cornerback at 24, you know?
Yeah.
You just don't know. With Jerry, and we're going to get into Jerry's offseason speak, it's like a different language than what normal humans speak. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when it hits 24, if the Cowboys even end up picking at 24.
Before we get, I mean, we didn't even ask AJ how his stuff was. We just kind of went right into it. I wanted to know, how do you like your new co-pilot seat there?
Oh, shit. Well, at first I was wondering why my arm wasn't falling off. so that's nice. But hey, I mean, it's good. I like that the arms actually fit under the desk, so I can
you can. I lowered them down.
High-low it. You can high-low it.
The only thing you'll need is maybe a padding on that seat, and that's about it.
Do you have jet lag at all?
Not yet. Last time I got it on like day 3, so
tomorrow
it could feature during the draft sometime.
He's just like, but he starts falling asleep like he was on the drunk show.
He'll be stretching his neck.
But I stayed up till as late as I could, binging Fallout on the plane, and then I slept for like 2 or 3 hours, and then got home, went to bed like at 8 o'clock, and slept pretty much all through the night.
Oh, that's
Are you still IFing it? Intermittent fasting it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, then that'll actually help that'll help you overcome
because your body's on a clock.
Yeah, because
not just a
his body's on a
bleep.
But yeah, that I mean that's you'll be good. You'll be good. Get yourself a check.
I just want to say to you guys,
I want to thank each and every one of y'all for all you've done to your bodies.
And I brought you a little something.
Oh shit.
Gift Jay?
Gift Jay.
Who wants first pick?
I'll take first pick. Shotgun.
Okay. Well, actually, I think I got them different sizes, but I got.
Oh
them-
yeah, I'll take the bigger size.
yeah, I got twin shirts,
Ooh.
and you know
shit,
it's hard to
yeah.
find. It's hard to find a Bessie size in.
It's
Thailand, let me
impossible.
tell you.
When I was in Thailand and I'd buy shirts, they were like, "Well, I have to charge you more because it's 4XL." I was like, "That doesn't make sense," because there
Okay.
was more material, is what they were trying to tell me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here
yeah.
we go.
Toss it through. Nice
Oh
toss.
man, I totally completely missed your guys' toss.
I threw it low.
I want to see what he says.
No money, no honey.
No money, no. Oh, do I got that too?
I got you twin shirts.
Oh, and I got the tank. That's what I
Yeah,
asked.
twin
for.
no muns, twin no huns.
I can't wait to rock these.
Mine's also like almost looks like it's a little bit of a crop back there. XXL.
yeah, you
Yeah,
got.
but that's not the.
that's not a.
That's like
That's why the triple XL. I put them both on. I'm like, I think this, will fit.
this was triple X.
That's triple X.
yeah,
or
that's
no,
good man.
Oh, that
Yeah,
is
that's
3XL.
3XL, yeah.
Mine,
Yeah, good
mine's
man, good
X,
man.
Mine's double X.
Good man. I'm one size up than that little pipsqueak over there.
Yeah, and I wear larges, Thai larges. So
Ty Largest. Mock J with a
Yeah, baby. We're feeling good. We're having fun the night
Thank-
before the NFL draft.
And for those of you who haven't already noticed, stick around for this draft. But hey, we're doing a draft day watch along with Kevin Costner, so that'll happen at shortly after we wrap this show. Tune in if you can, or tune the fuck out.
Look at Jerry Jones. What a decrepit guy.
Is this
And
what we're doing? We're getting
Are
right
we
into
feeling,
it.
before we click it and listen to it, I don't know how much of this you guys actually got to listen to, but he is just, for me as a fan, this has probably been one of the craziest off seasons for ownership. Just the way they've been talking, the shit they've said. It's almost like if they had the off season that we've had, I would have rather them just been silent the whole time. I'd been like, oh, maybe they do have a plan, but then you just keep hearing them talk and talk and talk, and none of it makes sense, and it's just like, it's just such a clusterfuck, it feels like.
well, that's the whole thing about it. It's like Jerry said this one phrase, "We're all in." He should have just let it go. He shouldn't have kept doubling and tripling down. Now he's got to the point where he's not even making sense anymore. And I said this to you guys, like, you know, I'm a big Jerry Jones. I'm a Jerry Jones guy, okay? But I love Jerry Jones for the comedy now that he brings, the painful comedy that he brings. I don't really love his ability to be the front office owner of this team anymore. Like, and it's because of this type of conference this was the kind of straw that broke the back, where it's like, you look at the competent owners in the NFL and their answers and what they say, and it doesn't draw this attention. Mind you, it is the Dallas Cowboys, but I think this is warranted with this most recent conference.
There was no need for this conference. He didn't even need to have this conference. Like, there's really, like, how often are you hearing an owner talk? How many owners could you name in the NFL? How many are you hearing talk the night or two or the few days before the draft? None.
Do, baby, that's what we do.
So it's just, I don't know. I think this is one of those situations that he should have just kind of just not talked.
Yeah. Are we gonna listen to him a little bit here or what?
Yeah, I have. This is. I mean, you can find this clip anywhere.
And
but
Boots on the Ground's back in. Kilo is asking, is the soundboard back? Why don't you tell Kilo C if the
Boots
sound?
on the ground.
That's right, Kilo C. The soundboard is back, baby.
Shit, I almost hit one of the screech bottles.
But this is from the Dak attack. Like I said, you can find this clip anywhere. This is just the first one I found, and this is the all-in soundbite that he's had, and hopefully it's gonna play for us here.
To answer your question, I think I'm answering it, but the question is, in my mind, about all of this, how do we feel about where we've been in this free agency? We feel great about what we've been in free agency. All in. All in. All in. We're all in with these young guys coming on. And we're all in with this draft. To answer
What does
your
that
question,
even mean? Again, it just makes no sense. It makes no sense. What's he mean? Again, it just brings back the circle of life of this all in. Well, again, we all need all in shirts, by the way, for the season. Like,
yeah.
all in shirts is a must. We should 100% need Can Fans all in shirts for the season, because that's been kind of the catchphrase of the offseason. Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys are all in, and it's kind of a shtick because they've done anything but prove that they're all in. The only thing that could make me feel like they're all in is if they traded up into the top 5 or something. And I don't want them to do that.
No.
Like, that to me is the worst thing they could do. But that feels like an all-in move, right? But what they've done in the offseason as far as free agency, so far away from all in. You still have 3 unsigned superstars in Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Micah Parsons.
But well, yeah, Micah signed his 5th year, but that's
Well, he doesn't have Micah didn't sign his 5th year. They just
optioned his 5th year.
his 5th year. So they just optioned him, right? So it's just like I don't know. It's just it's so far away from all in as it could be. But hopefully we hit a couple starters in this weekend. Like, we have hope. There's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the Dallas Cowboys to hopefully find, out of their 6 or 7 picks they have, find 2 or 3 starters, or trade back a little bit and gain more picks and have a better chance to find more starters.
I don't know.
The other soundbite, because we say it a lot, especially at off-season, is, and I don't know what, I think it might be Say by the Bell, where they're like, there's no hope with dope.
Oh, yeah?
We got to get that one, because Ant's like, I hope. I would have fucking just soundbited your ass.
There's no hope with dope?
There's no hope with dope.
Is Jerry the dope?
Yeah,
right now.
Possibly.
And look,
possibly.
There's not much you can do. There's not, like, for him just to say, okay, we were all in this off season. I mean, the only thing that makes sense is that they're all in on the guys that they had, like he says. Do you feel confident with the roster that we have? Mind you, I think Kendricks, as much as he's a Band-Aid, did at least check a box and fill a need. And if he is, the same player that he has been in the past, and it doesn't take a major step down as he's, putting on the as Father Time creeps up on him, that was a good signing. Okay. Royce Freeman, not a terrible signing, not a great signing. It's not really fixing any problems that we have. And
so whatever, right?
It's a can't battle body signing.
Exactly. Hopefully he pans out and does something great and maybe reignites his career, and we got a player for 1 year. But it's all leading towards the draft, and that's such a you can't really bank on that because you don't know who you're going to end up with. Cowboys are not in a great position of picks. 24 is like maybe one of the worst places you can be. Because even if you're last in the NFL draft, you already know, okay, we're going to get a high 2nd round pick, and you just keep moving backwards. Whereas 2-4 is like, you're going to get like the bottom of the barrel of the picks that are classified.
You're already out of
round.
you're already out of the range. Like, so that's the thing with the Cowboys. They've had a lot of 20-something picks in the last few years, and people are always like, well, they should trade down. It's like, nobody's trying to trade up to 24.
Yeah.
That's the problem. If you have pick 15, 16, or 17, or somewhere in the teens, someone's sliding, right? And a team wants somebody that's sliding, so they're going to trade up for that player. At 24, like, there's not necessarily going to be, like, we've done all these mock drafts where we get to 24 and there's 3 guys on the board that we like, right?
Yeah.
But that's not meaning in real life there's going to be any suitor to trade up to 24 just because it's like, well, the Cowboys could get any of these dudes in the next 3 spots. You don't think other teams are thinking that also? Like, okay, there's still 3 starting players left at 24. Why would we trade up? Let's see what the Cowboys do. So that, like, like AJ said, 24 is not the greatest spot.
It's like when you look at a snake draft, getting the 1st overall pick can be solid, but it's almost like sometimes you want, if you don't have the top 3, be like the 2nd or the last one so you can hit the double.
Could you imagine the NFL was a snake draft?
Oh.
Finishing the Super Bowl would actually become finishing better would actually be
the worst thing. Oh, actually,
it'd be better.
It'd be the best
Finishing
thing, right,
into the Super Bowl would be like, so the reason they don't do that is so that they have parity in the NFL, so teams can't get stacked. But imagine winning the Super Bowl is like, okay, you get the 32nd pick, but you also get the 1st pick in the 2nd round.
Oh,
could you fucking imagine?
Yeah.
That'd actually be pretty crazy, man. And then 24 in a situation like that, well, 24 is now not looking
not too bad.
Not
it's
too
looking,
bad.
It's looking solid.
First overall is actually kind of shitty now. You
First overall is very shitty.
You better hit off of that for that 1st pick.
Yeah, exactly. Ernie, the Cowboys fan, has this next great quote here.
Shout out to
There's
Ernie,
a very
too.
reason why we're 24th out of
God.
32 teams draft that we get to pick a player this time. because we were the 24th best in the NFL, according to the rules. And so we get to pick, everybody gets to pick before us up to 24.
You're gonna run it one more time.
There's a very reason why we're 24th out of 32 teams draft that we get to pick a player this time. Because we were the 24th best in the NFL, according to the rules. And so we get to pick.
The 24th best.
Everybody gets to pick before us up to 24.
That's usually what happens when you have a number.
Yep,
If you're at 24
right.
or say you're at 18, well, everyone gets to pick before you until 18.
Yeah, you know, he's just spitting words of wisdom here. And what I love is this look that he's got right here. Like, okay, did I make my point? First of all, you're not the 24th best team.
No, you'd be like the 8th best team, or the 8th best team, right? Because 32 take away 24 is 8. That's actually how you figure out how it works.
Now we know what I'm not gonna grind his gears.
Do it.
Grind him.
No, I'm not gonna grind it because it could just be a miss. Like I understood what he was trying to say.
He's 81. You're giving him some Biden room there.
Yeah, I mean you get some Biden space, but like it's such a fucking Jerry. Like you know, I don't even know what he's trying to say there. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. It's starting to rub off on me.
He's trying to say that 24th pick isn't bad because they were so good last year, but that it's actually they were just good enough to not get a good pick.
Yeah.
And just bad enough to not win the Super Bowl. Right? So it's like that's why people like you'll hear a lot of Cowboys fans saying, I'd rather the Cowboys suck than make the postseason so that we at least get a top 10 pick. Right? Whereas in the last 3 seasons, the Cowboys have been knocked out divisional wild card, and finished with what the 21st, 24th, and 26th picks or whatever they were in the last 3 years. So it's like you're never gonna benefit. And the funny thing with it too is with the Cowboys strategy, the draft is the most important thing. So finishing losing in the wild card is the worst thing that could happen for their strategy.
You're such a fair weather fan wanting them to lose.
Here's Jerry's final quote.
There's no strategy. I have no strategy. There's zero strategy.
Oh, sorry, that's Donald Trump.
And you're right though. This offseason has just felt like one big no strategy and just wing it. But I want to ask you guys a question. Maybe they believe in the guy, or do they believe in the guys that are in the room more than we do?
Yes.
Is that a bad thing? 2-part question. Do you think it? And then is that a bad thing?
And thanks for bringing it back, because that's what I was originally ranting about with when I was going on Kendrick's. Is like, what are the players he's talking about when he says, when he's talking about being all in and that we believe in the guys that we have and that we believe in the draft? What are the guys? Who are the guys that we haven't already kind of seen? Is it Mozzie Smith? Is it
Hoffman, I guess? TJ Bass?
Yeah, like who Schoonmaker, like who are the guys that we saw last year that was like, okay, there's some promise there. Personally, I don't think anyone stood out as like a great up and coming player. There's a lot of like guys who are like, I love the boys, of course, but I didn't see anyone come out and be like, okay, I can't wait to see them in 2024. I can't wait to see them take that next step. Like, I don't know. Is there anyone that stands out in your minds?
Well, when we looked at the PFF, when we looked at the Cowboys depth chart on PFF, and you remember when we were judging by if there was P yellow or dehydratedness, and their starting lineups don't look that bad. But the reality in football, that's not how it is. Like those 11 guys aren't starting every single play. They're getting subbed out, or there's injuries, or there's unforeseen circumstances where those guys aren't starting every single game. So it lies more in the depth issues than the starting 11 dudes. What happens when Micah Parsons gets hurt? What happens if Diggs gets hurt? What happens if Deron Bland gets hurt, right? So you're looking your top players on the defense from last year, DeMarcus Lawrence, Micah Parsons, and Deron Bland. If Deron Bland gets hurt, now your best CB, who's a great CB in Trevon Diggs, is your only guy out there who's coming off an ACL. Does that make you feel great? Like you could put at any of these positions, if any of these dudes, that even Malik Hooker or Dono Dubb are out, who backs them up? If Kendricks gets hurt, you're back to square one. If D-Law gets hurt, if Golston even gets hurt, Williams and Golston weren't even starters last year. Now they're thrusted into the starting lineup. So I think for me, that's the scarier part than the starting 11 guys. It's if one of the starting 11 guys goes down.
I guess Marquise Bell. I
Yeah.
can throw his name out there.
That's true.
But he didn't get to play safety all season last year. He had to come up and play some linebacker. So,
But he's getting moved, or is that just
No,
that's
he's
just-
back.
He's back at safety.
Yeah, he's back at safety. So he'd fit in nicely for like a Jaron Kearse type position. And he's shown that he can tackle, but we need to get some depth pieces on the weekend here with the draft, fellas. And for me, the draft is a success if in the first three, I'm going to say 3 rounds because we don't have a fourth, in no order, we get a linebacker, an offensive lineman, and a running back. If we get those 3 positions in the first 3 rounds, or even 2 of those 3, I'm happy. I will be happy, to be honest.
yep. And then there's always that sweet potential. We do that trade back to the Bucks and get a 4th or a 3rd round from them.
That's
So,
like the gold. That's the golden ticket.
Yeah.
That trade back to number 26 with the Buccaneers. And then you look at our offense here with PFF, and this is the front line that we're going into the season with right now. 3 piss yellows.
yeah.
There's 4 piss yellows on offense, 3 on the line, and Tolby. So wide receiver again. We've talked about it a little bit. It's a bigger need than people think.
Can you boosh it in there just a little bit, AJ, for a sec?
Hang on.
I'm just sorry. I got spoiled with Anth just booshing it all the time when he could.
I do what I do.
But like outside of Steele, Bass and Hoffman, do they really have enough tape for them to warrant that? I mean, I guess that's based on. It's not just based on the amount of. That's based on their snaps versus everybody else. But you put more reps in.
Well, it's their average though, right? So 53.7 is the average on all their plays that they've played. Right? So if you say
I just thought the rank. Oh, I guess so.
If I played one play and I had a 90 ranking, my ranking would be 90. If I play 10 plays and I have 90, it's 90.
Okay.
If Hoffman plays one play and it's 53, it's 53, but he played a lot more than that. So they're banking, and again, the Cowboys are good. They know their offensive linemen, right? But going back to the draft here a little bit, the word on the street is the Cowboys are going to be targeting offensive line in the first round, and that actually makes it, if we get an offensive lineman in the first round, I don't even know right now if there's an offensive lineman that I'd be upset with if we got them.
No, I agree.
Like
And
any of the guys we've
yeah.
talked about, I don't know if there's a guy that'd be like, oh, that sucks. I think he'll be an immediate starter. Any offensive lineman taken at 24 that the Cowboys select will be an automatic starter. And in my mind, that makes it a better pick than in 2023.
And for my money, I don't mind Smith playing left tackle or left guard. Whatever pops up, you got to take. And then I also don't mind seeing Bass or Hoffman coming in and starting, whichever one of those guys. So like if we draft JPJ, okay, then we can keep keep Bass up there, remove Hoffman, or who else could play left tackle? We wouldn't have one, right? So you'd have to kick Smith out to left tackle.
Yeah.
You know what I don't mind seeing?
What?
Wade J in the studs.
Yeah, Wade J up in the studio. Mock J.
Mock
we
J?
couldn't have the draft season finish without you being in stewed for at least one mocky.
100. There we go.
You had to be here for one mocky.
Jenkins Gaming says, I would move down and draft Fraser. I keep Bass there. I've been saying that for weeks.
He has
Imagine
been.
if they do that and Jenkins is going to explode.
Oh,
He
yeah.
might.
He's going to pop.
He's going to pop.
It's risky. It is risky, though. I find it's risky. It is risky. Moving back is risky because you're putting a lot of faith in your first. It might not even be a first overall. Like you might be moving back into the second round, and there's a big gap between, say, a 20th pick and a 35th pick.
I'm not opposed to them doing it. Okay. Obviously, when you look at a situation like Mozzie or even Schoonmaker, we talked about this before, don't just pick them there because it's the player that you want. Try to make some moves and then grab them. If someone's not projected to go that high, don't just pick them when you could possibly move back, get another pick, and then also grab those guys.
Well, yeah, the Schoonmaker and the Mozzie Smith picks from last year are the more I think about it, the more mind-boggling they are to me.
I respect that they were laser focused on somebody, but just try to gain something from it.
You have to, because Mozzie Smith probably could have traded back and got him in the early second. Schoonmaker probably could have traded back and got him in the early third. So I'm all for it. Hey guys, even if the Cowboys,
you're all in.
I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm all in with these guys over here talking to me right now. If the Cowboys move up, I'm all for it. If the Cowboys move back, I'm all for it. I just want some goddamn excitement. I just want some goddamn excitement
For the entire draft or just the Cowboys?
for the whole draft.
Yeah, I like last year's draft was actually, I thought it was fairly exciting for the
Totally.
I don't remember the later rounds for the most part, but
The later rounds, the coolest thing about day 3, we just had a bunch of people call in and get on Zoom with us, and we basically just drank all day and talked about pretty much the first 4 picks.
and the other thing though that I feel great about is that we picked so many different people in the later rounds that I do think as the rounds go and people are getting picked, I feel even more aware of the players that are out there for certain rounds. Round 4, guess what?
Yeah, we have no idea.
No idea who's in round 4.
No clues.
Cowboys trade 3 picks to have 5 picks in round 4. We're like, oh, well, now we're
Shit,
screwed.
now we're screwed. Well, but not necessarily, because the first few mock drafts we ran, remember we were running them with the Cowboys having their fourth
But
round
we
pick at
would
124.
we would switch it though.
Of that, like by mock 3, I think.
Yeah.
Not at the start. But it'll be interesting to see what they do. And again, Cowboys Nation's all expecting an offensive lineman, but I would not be surprised with the offseason that we had if they went completely left field and took something no one is expecting.
I think we asked this before, but what's the position if they drafted that you'd be shaking your head about?
I think cornerback would be one.
Yeah.
Would be my biggest.
Quarterback safety, one of those.
Cornerback safety, because even wide receiver in the first, if they got BTJ at 24, I wouldn't be mad about it. I'd actually probably be pretty fired up.
Yeah.
Running back, a couple people in chat said earlier.
Running back would be a big ball scratcher, just because there's not a first talent
running back.
running back.
And if you don't get one of the top 2 guys, the third guy or fourth guy is, still a formidable running back. So
Well, I got a question too, just kind of to kind of build on that a little bit. So we said the first round. I want to know in second round, are you guys leaning more towards a running back or a linebacker?
Either RB or LB.
You'd
I
be
don't
good
care.
with either?
Yep.
WayJ?
I mean, I think the linebacker is a better option, but also it's going to depend on the run on when that run on running backs happen.
And it's going to happen fast.
And if our guys are gone that we want, I think there's a lot of dudes that we could look at in the 5th round that have some pretty good potential
For RB?
for running back. So it'd be like, whereas I think it gets a little thinner for linebacker back there. So I'd rather,
Yeah, you're right.
I'd rather we take a linebacker.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad
If
at
that's the
either.
case.
Yeah, I
At
wouldn't be
either.
mad with
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
But you are right. Like, I mean, Edrin Cooper is.
He's
feel,
not going to be there at 56.
No,
I don't think Edrin Cooper or Jonathan Brooks are going to be there at 56.
But I do agree. Offensive lineman, linebacker, running back. Those have to be the top 3 picks for the Cowboys.
And I'd be happy with that. Even
Yeah.
like I said, 2 or 3, because it could, if you shifted with maybe an edge, like a really good edge that
Yeah.
slid in one of those rounds, or like a wide receiver in this at say 87 that maybe fell longer than he should have. I wouldn't hate that either, because I think wide receiver could use a boost.
Well, we're gonna have EJ Savage on as our first guest during the Draftacular Extravaganza, and I know he does his homework. So we're gonna pick his brain as the draft is going, and kind of try to what's the word, MacGyver or Rain Man, who's gonna end up for the Cowboys at 24, and then after the first round pick, then we'll start to either panic or we'll be elated. We'll be elated and we'll be happy with
What's going to make you guys panic though? Like even if they took a CB, would it make you panic?
I wouldn't like it.
What if it was like one of the top guys that fell?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like the Mozzie Smith pick, to me, I don't think it could be worse than how we felt after the Mozzie pick Smith last year.
Yeah.
That was just so out of left field to me. Like that just seemed crazy to me. I don't think it's going to be like that this year. I think we're going to be stoked. The Tyler Smith one. So as Can fans been around, it's been Micah Parsons, Tyler Smith, Mozzie Smith. Micah Parsons, I was jacked the fuck up when they drafted.
We got receipts for that.
I was jacked up when they got Micah, really excited about it. Tyler Smith didn't even know who he was. And then Mozzie Smith, we were all kind of let down. So this year, it's got to be like, are we on a pattern? Love, don't know, hate. That's where we're at. Love, don't know, hate.
Well, I don't think we're gonna end up with a don't know this year.
That's what I mean. So we'd be
Yeah.
back on the love
Back
because
on
we
the
were at the
love.
love. We started at the love, which was Micah Parsons in year 1. Then we were at the don't know with Tyler Smith,
Who turned out to be a
pretty
love.
good. And then we were at the hate with Mozzie.
Yeah.
So who would you be back on the 11? Before you say that, Kilo C says, "I want a shirt like Ant. Take my money."
Yeah, these are
Yeah,
dope.
the more I look at that,
That's-
I've been looking at that the whole time, and I see mine, and it's like
The blue boosh is dope.
I'm getting a blue boosh.
The blue boosh is dope.
What
I actually really like this. This is your.
Is that the gray?
The
I
gray
got the
boosh is
ash
nice.
or
The-
whatever it's called? Yeah.
The white boosh is a white boosh, but
Hey, we had to show the
the
different
selection
flavors.
But that blue on gray.
Boosh is like pizza. Even when it's bad, it's boosh.
Yeah, even when it's bad, it's booshing.
I mean, you're still eating it.
You're still eating it. You're still eating it.
Hey, and for those of you,
Oh,
who,
this pizza sucks. Well, why are you on your 8th slice?
you fucking ordered this type of pizza.
Mushrooms?
I hate
Gross.
mushrooms. I hate mushrooms.
Uh,
Why
That
did
is-
you pick them up? Nah.
No, I'm not gonna waste my time picking them off. I got slices to eat, bro.
but you can go to the CowboysCanFan.com
Shop.
/store or stores
Shop.
/shop, or just go to CowboysCanFan.com and go to our store there, and you can boost your own boost shirt.
You can. You definitely can. AJ, speaking of, toss me one, son.
Ooh.
Hey, this is the first one in a while. Oh, yeah, he's on point.
Ooh, just getting
I'm not on
limber.
point.
He must have been throwing some chang,
Toss me one,
son.
son.
He must have been throwing some chang.
I gotta get.
that for you?
Thank you, sir. I gotta get the. I gotta get the hot button ones ready to go.
You're double stacking.
I always double stack.
Okay.
It's smart. We've actually unlocked that. We've unlocked the double stack.
I only got my one.
well, when Anth was over here, he brought his.
Yeah,
and
so
then, so he was double stacking.
Ah.
Because I when we were in, and I was saying this, I don't know, we always buy one.
I know. I'm gonna buy 8.
We're
next
gonna
time
buy
when
all
we're
of them.
down. Yeah,
We're gonna-
everyone, I'm gonna get one of each when we're down at the when we're down at AT&T Stadium next Thanksgiving for the 4th annual Cowboys Can Fan Thanksgiving Day trip. I'm buying 8 beer koozies, nude koozies,
Oh, yeah.
Guys,
seltzer koozies.
Well,
Sorry.
hey, and Nude just got sold. Nude soda just got sold. The company just got sold. And how much do you think it's sold for?
I'm gonna say
200 million.
billion.
$11 million.
That's it.
Yeah.
We could have.
What?
We could have like.
We
We
could
could
have
have
put
taken
our
out loans.
Yeah, we could have put our money together
Yeah.
here.
So
ads place. We could have just put your place up, and we would have had a chance.
well, Linz and I were watching it. It goes up there.
11 million?
Yeah, and they're like, and this, and the
So they're not
investors,
making money then
co-owner said this is the worst possible situation for it to have been sold.
for
So
11 million bucks.
Um,
Wow,
si-
that doesn't even seem worth it.
Side note, Kilo saying he's looking online for the Ant's Boosh shirt. He doesn't see it on there, so we'll figure it.
Oh, okay. Shoot. Okay, let me get that updated then, Kilo, because these were custom
Special orders.
Special orders.
Well, we're trying to find that. Crack 'em if you got 'em,
Crack
son.
'em if you got them.
Dallas Cowboys Chris of the Cowboys Up podcast show says, I wore my Can Fan t-shirt last night on the show.
He did. I
Damn,
was
doggy.
in there. They had a great show last night. They Cowboys Chris and his crew did a mock draft. I tuned in. I was chatting it up with those guys while they did it. It was good. They used a different format than the PFF, so it was kind of cool to see different players at different spots. And I always like to hear other people's perspectives.
One of that is one of my favorite shows, as well as EJ's and carving it up like within our circle of knowns. But there's one guy on Dallas Cowboy Chris's show who I didn't like at first, and I've grown to really enjoy him.
Mikey?
I think so.
it's probably Mikey.
He's always getting fired up. Kind of like he'll it's not a bad thing, but sometimes he'll just cut people off and start talking. I'm sure Big Chris knows who I'm talking about, but it's stupid of me to bring it up without knowing
No,
the
that's
guy's
okay.
name, but-
It's,
Hey, man, this is Cowboys Can Fan
yeah.
show. We
Nothing-
bring up stuff without context all the time.
unapologetically intoxicated.
That's
Yep.
right.
Jenkins Gamey does have a question about the merch. He goes, does your shirt fit right if I wear an extra large? Do I order an extra large?
I would say, yeah, I'm an extra large with everything, but don't dry. Don't dry. I'm an XL, and this does feel good now. I'm
Okay.
an XL in every other shirt size that I get.
If you're gonna dry, then go a size up.
Go a size up if you're
Yeah,
gonna
so
dry
that's
it,
what I'll dry my shirt. So I got an XL so that it shrinks it down,
which is
And
smart.
That's what I did with my Philly Sucks one. So
Smart.
There is one more, unless you have any more things you want to bring up here.
Angel of Death says JPJ first, Wilson second,
Benson
East Time, Benson third, Brendan Rice fourth. Estime, yeah, sorry, East Time.
Malachi.
Eastern time. Eastern time.
Malachi and East time.
Yeah. And then Brendan Rice fourth. I think we trade down in first and get a fourth rounder.
I mean,
That would be-
that's a deadly draft that he just said. If we get JPJ and Wilson, people are mad about Wilson's health injury or health history. But if you can get him in the second at 56,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Peyton Wilson.
That's a gamble. That's a gamble I'm willing to take.
Well, and I hope people shy away from him because
Give him to us at 56.
yeah, exactly. There's this one other quote here by Jerry
Oh, sweet.
that
Hey,
I forgot.
You don't
but
ever,
this,
don't ever have to apologize for trying to bring up a Jerry Jones
And
quote.
Stephen Jones looks old as balls. Mike looks like a G.
and
I like how
And
Mike looks.
Mike McCarthy.
Beard's back.
Mike McCarthy is now being represented by the same people who are representing Sean Payton, Harbaugh, Tom Brady, because he's fucking in his last year with no contract. So
yeah, that's
who's he fucking? Who's he fucking?
he's fucking.
And then he goes, "Hey Tom, I'm banging Giselle."
Oh, look, you could see. I think because he's now with
still got
Tom's Tom's agent's probably like, hey, Tom doesn't want me representing you if you have the Whataburger, the Whataburger
Supreme.
the Whataburger bloat. So you got to cut down. You got to
He
start
looks
juice
good.
cleansing.
Look at his art. He's looking yoked,
Yeah.
actually.
Actually, and just while this is the Jerry Jones where he's talking about the quarterbacks, being a quarterback. Okay,
So I know the clip you're talking.
it's an amazing clip. It's I forget what the question was. Hopefully they have the question here. But it's a wild quote, and just keep your eyes on Mike McCarthy and him trying to hold it together and be like, what the hell? is
Just
this?
stop. He just wants to be
yeah,
like,
let me
just
get
stop.
this up.
Just stop talking.
Just please stop.
Just
please
stop saying anything.
Just give Adam a sec here. There we go.
The problem is that you well, I'm answering your question, but you don't have many problems. I really, you're excellent. But the point is that you may be working on it and not moving anything but your eyebrows.
So he's talking about signing signing
Like the extensions.
extensions.
Before you go, did you guys see that crazy viral photo of Jerry where it's him and he's got like a sheet of paper in his hand?
Yeah.
And he's got the pencil.
Yeah, and there's
and
just
all
it just
on the
swirls?
yeah, it's just on the sheet of paper. It's
It's
just
the-
a bunch of swirls.
It's like
Are
and
you
it's
serious?
legit. It's like so.
No one doctored it. Okay.
So I'm thinking right now with his pencil, like it's him sitting, but it's like a uptaken like photo from a high angle, and you can see the paper, and it's like I've seen the meme, the Cowboys off-season plans, and it's just like, but it's real. He just has a bunch of scribbles on his page, like swirls.
It's one of the funniest things I've seen. Now, granted, if you're in a meeting, you're talking to someone like
Draw a dick like a normal person.
Yeah.
draw the margins, draw googly faces, anything but just swirly lines.
An abstract like square thing, like just it looks like a maniac, just circles.
The world would think that we're not working on it. I work on it. It pops open at 2 a.m. sometimes.
Talking about
his
jerking
boner,
it?
his yeah. I wake up.
Just pops up on me.
I wake up. I'm like, oh, hello. Who's this?
It just pops up on me.
What your actually question is,
Oh, yeah, he's
why
swirling.
don't you have something done and negotiated and put in the drawer? Well, we'd like to see some more leaves fall. We'd like to see some more action. It's called option. A lot of guys need to hand it off. First guy through the line. Another one will keep it another step, decide whether to pitch it or not. He'll decide whether to turn up field with it, and then he's still got a pitch left.
God.
So it's called option quarterback. That's working the problem. That's working the problem. I've spent my
Now he's
life,
doing a pen. He
Now-
switched
now
from
he
a
switched-
pen-
he switched it up.
That's called option riding.
It looks like the same pen right here.
It is.
Hang on. Let's see the switch happen.
Watch the switch, right? It's coming up.
So it's called option quarterback.
And there it is. There's
That's
the
working
switch.
problem.
And
That's working the problem.
Yeah.
I spent my life being an option quarterback, and I can go right out to the damn sideline
oh, he's getting fired
and
up.
still leave a pitch in me. So I can do that. And that's just a style
What?
that you have.
What the fuck did he just say?
I-
What
I-
did he just say there?
He's using his football analogy, you know.
Yeah, but an analogy that didn't even make sense,
No.
though.
No. I think like what he's getting at there.
Look at the one below. Jerry Jones playing option quarterback.
Dude, play it again.
That's Dak Prescott.
I can't.
Dak at Mississippi State. Fuck, he got clocked. Oh, that's a low hit, man.
Oh yeah.
You could have actually, if the guy didn't go low, you could have probably cleaned him out. But he still did clean him
Hey,
out.
here's another option.
Crack him if you got him.
Crack
Crack 'em
him,
if you
baby.
got 'em.
And sometimes I play option drinking.
Well, look, God loved Jerry, but
Well, apparently,
we gotta do something. Like, he needs to get
He's
a
just
Neuralink.
he's manically talking.
Give the man a Neuralink and let's get him back to his tip-top shape. As however good he used to be.
Jenkins says, I think that's the female who's in special relations with the Cowboys. He forgets her name, but Jerry got pissed at her, which obviously we just saw.
Oh, with the question?
Yeah.
Jane Slater.
Jane Slater.
Yeah, it was. It was
Oh.
Jane Slater. Jerry Jones gets into it with Jane Slater. He calls himself the option quarterback.
Oh,
my
I see.
God,
I see.
Jane
Mm.
Slates.
Jane Slater's a dime too.
Yeah, and you're gonna fucking get Jane Slater like
Well,
that?
This is the
She's a
question.
dime piece.
Let's talk specifically about CeeDee Lamb because he's next in line.
Yeah,
well-
and that's a question from Orlando Rodriguez. Do you want to read it?
Yeah, go for it.
Cowboys camp fan just got in. Did you talk about the Lions receiver being the highest paid receiver? CD going to get bank for the going to get bank. Go Cowboys. Emoji.
Nice.
Did you audible mid sentence?
I know because I almost read it the way I thought.
Nice audible.
So the new highest paid receiver,
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
4-year deal, 120 million. That equals
Cha-ching!
that's 30 million a year.
30 mil. 30
And
stack.
77 of it is guaranteed.
So, okay, is that the
Ooh.
reason? Because I thought Tyreek Hill was also 30 million
He is.
a man, but is it
So he could potentially make more.
okay?
So
I
I don't know
haven't
what
dove into it much. I just heard everyone saying he's the highest paid.
Yeah.
Is that just like total contract more? His potential of the total contract,
And it
Okay.
might be over a shorter time span. So
four years,
Yeah.
120 million plus,
Oh,
with
shit.
77 of that
with
guaranteed.
77 guaranteed.
So that's what you're locking into. That's what you're.
That's CeeDee Lamb. That's his floor now.
That's his
Yeah.
floor.
CD Lamb, 120 million for 2 years.
Can we look at can we cross reference CeeDee Lamb and Amon-Ra St. Brown stats against each other
Let's do it, baby.
just to see? Because right now we're saying that 120 over 4 years, to me, CeeDee Lamb just made more money than by Amon-Ra getting signed.
So sign
quicker.
before Jefferson, please.
Well, they should have just signed CeeDee Lamb before Amon St. Brown. I kept calling him Amon-Ra.
Like ramen? Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I could
Well,
go
it is Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I could go for some ramen.
Jesus, there we go. I wondered why everything.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you can actually have like a stat comparison like that. Look at that. CD's bigger in all of
Even his photo is too. Look.
them.
Jesus.
He looks like the Predator there.
Can someone get the Canva on this account a little bit better? Holy shit.
Jeez, man, we should apply to this. We should offer them 11 million and buy them out.
Okay, so CeeDee Lamb's on the left.
Amon St. Brown.
Amon St. Brown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Well, let's look at it. 2003 stats.
2023 stats.
2023.
And by the way, those are some tasty fucking shades you got going on there.
Thanks.
Are those new shades?
Yeah,
Those were the ones that we thought were a filter when you were wearing them.
Yeah, I got a 10-pack here, so I got a bunch
Whoa.
of shades.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Well,
Like of those ones?
Yeah.
Toss me a pair.
toss me one, son. Not me.
Do you just want me to pick?
Maybe I
just
will.
pick me a
You know
pair.
what? Maybe I
They
will.
might be too small for my head, and they'll just be really funny looking.
That's good.
Give him something funky. Give him the funky ones.
These ones or this
Yeah.
one?
No, give him those ones.
Got me a Chags. He's back.
I'm back.
Let me see the red ones there.
Oh
So-
yeah, these are fun.
The really light red ones. Yeah, there. Yeah.
Those are cocaine porn cowboy.
Those are the Bushin boys. Yeah. Let me see.
Oh yeah.
You kind of look like the villain from Sonic.
Sonic.
Oh
I
totally.
need the curled mustache.
Look at
I mean,
mine.
Do they look way too small for my head?
No.
No. I think they're supposed to be like they look big on my head.
Yeah. Ad looks very, very Mickey and Mallory right now.
Just pull them down. Just pull them away from your forehead, just a touch. Yeah. No, well, yeah. Okay. A little bit more. Yeah, right there. Right there. Right there. There you go.
Ad wearing them just like.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think they're
These are fun.
fun. Yeah.
I can't do it that much. It's too everything's red. I feel like I'm in a dark room. I feel like I'm in a dark room.
You're in an escape room.
Yeah.
Doo-doo. Bow, bow.
It was 1968.
Yeah.
It was the summer of love.
These ones are dope though.
Those are sweet.
Well, we look at all these stats here. The biggest things that stands out, obviously, is the yards, the targets,
Everything. The
the
catches.
20 plus receiving, 20 plus yard receivings, and even his rushing yards, he crushed it. So
He didn't lose. He doesn't have one stat worse. So he's
Yeah.
making. I'm saying right now, CeeDee Lamb. Well, Justin Jefferson again is going to be. I'd say if St. Brown's getting paid 20 or 30 mil a year, I would say Justin Jefferson's at least 35, where CeeDee Lamb falls somewhere in between. Or is it crazy like Justin Jefferson makes almost 40 a year? That's too crazy, right? What?
no,
What?
I just can't take you seriously with those glasses on your face.
well, here's the thing. If
I like the way
I liked your call. If Justin Jefferson does get traded tomorrow, and a team wants to like really make a statement, they could go for 135 plus 136. And then what's that do for CeeDee Lamb? Well, he's not going to go lower than that. You're probably going to have to sign him for at least a higher guaranteed, or boost him up to 140.
Yep.
Or 137 or something. And now we're getting into ridiculous numbers. And I know that, I always want to bring up that the salary cap does increase pretty significantly each year. So that does change how that affects your cap in the future, right? Like suddenly when we can look back at Dak's contract, like
Dak was
2 years later.
Dak's contract 3 years ago was $40 million a year, and it was like, oh my god, this is insane.
But it turned out
You almost have wide receivers making that now.
Yeah.
yeah.
David
yeah.
Russell in chat saying CD 45. He is worth it.
45 mil a year. David Russell.
That's spicy.
Well, if
15 million more a year.
if Justin Jefferson goes up, let's say to 38, well then CD's gonna go to 40 or 41. Like someone's gonna break the 40, I think.
Man,
If we're playing around this, or hopefully it's just incrementally. Hey, just give me $1 million more.
yeah.
And then I'll be fine.
I mean, he's just bumping me with his cold nose. You have to, I mean, for that type of contract, which I mean, I'd say for sure, you have to bring CeeDee Lamb back, but you gotta sign Dak because he's just got that dead cap money that's going to show up. And I think it's not as bad as we thought. But
Well, it's like the Broncos are going to be sitting in that locker room, and then there's going to be the ghost of Russell Wilson, $55 million, just sitting in that room,
yeah,
saying "Let's ride."
It's spicy.
Yeah, like imagine that, the ghost of Russell Wilson every
Mr.
time
Unlimited?
Mr. Unlimited. is gonna be
I'm
him and his-
unlimited.
Him and his dead ghost. He's gonna look like the ghost, Russell Wilson, like the Harry Potter ghosts, flying around the fucking Broncos locker room.
The best Russell Wilson video when he talks about things he likes, he's like flying,
Oh yeah,
music,
yeah.
nobody's like
football. Yeah, he's got like his phone.
Family.
Family.
it's a remote. It's like a
God.
remote.
Yeah, flying. Like, why is flying one of them?
I just love because I'm
Mr. Unlimited.
unlimited. You can't keep me on the ground.
I keep
He
hitting.
always does kind of sound that way, doesn't he?
Yeah.
A little stuffed up.
I keep hitting to the draft board shot right there. That's some tasty.
Oh yeah, so that's pre-draft board shot. We got some. We're gonna have a big board up there tomorrow.
Are we going to be taking calls? I'm not saying we shift to that, but I just want to prep.
Fuck
prep
it,
if
let's
we
do
can.
it. Let's do it, Ad.
I gotta.
Okay,
it's a lot of work. By the time I get it going.
We'll get it going, and we're gonna.
Maybe we have it going while we draft then.
Yeah. So Adam's gonna get and he's reluctant to do it, but he's gonna.
The reason
do it.
I love
He's a
Ad is
fucking
because
people's
he's
champ.
the reason I love Ad is because he doesn't want to do it, but he will because he's the people's champ.
Once we said it, and he says, "I don't know if I want to
Well,
do it." If we said, "Okay, let's not do it," Adam would be like, no, I'm going to do it.
I don't have any number set up, so it's a bit of work here.
This is Adam. If you ask him not to, if you say, fine, okay, it's okay, don't do it.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to fucking kill me!
One of my favorites.
I'm sorry, somebody trying to talk to me while I'm working?
Is that the same dude from
Fallout?
Fallout?
Yeah.
Let's
The
just
ghoul?
a quick little hit on Fallout because
That's the
no
ghoul? No,
spoiler
I'm
free.
only on episode 3.
Spoiler free.
Okay.
But you know who the actor is.
Yes.
Walton Goggins.
Walton Goggins playing the ghoul. That
Yeah, the ghoul, yeah.
Cooper is his
Yeah,
name.
Cooper or the ghoul.
But the ghoul. He is so freaking good.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, the whole storyline of Fallout Season 1 is just so intertwined and done very well. And then the look of it.
Did you ever play the game?
I did, but like not like as much as I'd played like a Final Fantasy or
Right.
something like that. But like a bunch of friends used to play it when I was back in the gaming heyday, right? So I've seen it a whole bunch.
Yeah,
and-
everyone knew what it was.
yeah. I think I played Half-Life a lot more,
Yeah.
but definitely the same vibe I think Half-Life gave me as Fallout. But Fallout, the whole storyline is really, really, really freaking cool. Just the game in the game world, and then I thought they did a really good job at bringing the game to life and the aesthetics of like them still having like
The 60s.
60s analog computers mixed with
Yeah.
future tech. That shit that's like it's a take on,
Cyberpunk kind of.
and then throw in the Western aspect. I mean, you got me boosting all day.
That's all booshed.
I'm boosting raw while I'm watching.
Booshed out with nowhere to go.
So when we take these calls, Adam's going to get the number up here, and we'll also throw it into. You're going to throw it on the screen.
Yes, sir.
Sweet. When we get into this call here, we just want to know. There's no whatever you want to talk about. Just come on and we'll talk about it. Obviously, we got the draft, so that could be a big thing. But look, if you want to talk about Jerry Jones's press conference, we can touch on that. If you want to talk about the offseason, we can touch on that.
Do you want to talk about you hate Dak Prescott?
Yeah.
Anything. We're okay with all of it. And actually, you know who's not in chat right now? As soon as I thought about hate Dak Prescott, Ultra Cowboy. No Ultra Cowboy because he is probably in Detroit right now. Detroit, Michigan for the draft. And before we went live, mine and Adam's mother, and AJ's, I'd say mother too, or one of his mothers,
Yep.
was over, and we were talking about the draft. And I said, out of all 32 cities that the NFL draft could have been in, for me, Detroit was probably the least one that I would want to go to. Like, and then I really started to try to think, well, what's another city that, like, in the U.S. that I wouldn't be excited to go to the draft to? And I couldn't think of one.
Philly.
I'd still probably go to Philly if it was in Philly. But yeah, okay, you're right. Philly and Detroit.
Which one we wouldn't go to?
Yeah, like where Vegas, it was like, okay, we got to
Yeah,
go. Like
yeah.
Vegas was like, we have to go. Even Kansas City last year, I had a little bit of FOMO for not going.
Well, Kansas,
Right,
it looked sweet based on us going to Vegas and then seeing how Kansas City looked. It was like a nice grassy patch area.
After seeing Adam get sunscreen in his eyes and make it look like he had been maced because it was hot as balls in Vegas, seeing everybody wear like lounging on like this nice grassy knoll wearing like sweaters and
Right.
enjoying the draft, I was a little bit jealous of the KC versus the Vegas one. But like, what's another city that you would love to go watch the draft in? Because I think next year we got to go. I think next year we got to do.
I think it's in New Orleans next year.
The murder capital of the United States.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, tell me more.
2025 NFL draft location.
Let's check it out. And it's loading.
And by the way,
Oh, actually, AJ, the very top one, it gives us 2025 and 2026.
Okay.
So future NFL draft. Okay, let's check this out. If I dare you to show us.
Which city will host? Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Oh, guys, that would be fun.
I was
Hey,
just gonna say
hey,
Green Bay would be a fun one because we
we
don't
have
really
we
get
have a lot of Packer fans who follow the channel.
and we don't and maybe we can find Rossi and
Mug 'em.
Yeah, we'll say here's us rating you.
Yeah.
Boost
Boost,
him,
baby.
boost him in front of everyone. Alex, no, that's assault.
That's assault.
That's
That's sexual.
Green Bay, and then the city of Pittsburgh submitted for
Okay.
26 and 27. Denver also has their hopes to host.
Denver would be good because we have a place to stay.
Yep, 25 to 27.
You know, Cowboys Chris is letting us all roll up on air mattresses at his place. But okay, Green Bay, Wisconsin, fellas. I think that'd be kind of fun. Is that close enough to drive? We don't know, but it's definitely close enough to fly to.
Well, should I have a quick look at flights while we're just
Yeah,
sitting
you
here?
do that. I'm gonna.
Just go Google flights to Green Bay and go as far away as possible. Like, because you
From
sometimes
Vancouver or Seattle?
no, go Vancouver just to check, and then you might not be able to go a full year ahead. So
Right.
just go as far ahead as you can. My guess, a flight to Green Bay, Wisconsin, would probably be around. I'm thinking probably about $450 return. Oh, it's gonna, yeah, okay. So it gets you almost there. So yeah, just do like a random, AJ, do like a random Thursday. Do that the 6th to the 9th. And let's see what that gives us. Next year, the NFL draft is in Wisconsin. So we're just looking at flights right now to see what kind of flights and what kind of prices it would be for Canada. Wow. A Gino,
Ooh.
that's expensive. How far of a drive is it?
Seeing if
Seattle's the way to
there's one
go.
person.
Go Seattle. Just
Yeah.
change Vancouver to Seattle and see what they got. Because that $1,000 at a van, 660
660. It must be because there's not a lot of flights. to Green-
transfers or something. I bet you Airbnbs and shit would be expensive as hell too.
What's this? ORD Airport,
I wonder.
Chicago.
Yeah, you'd fly to Chicago and then you would have to drive to Green Bay. So Chicago is pretty far from us. It's definitely not drivable.
No, okay.
But Seattle to
It's in
Chicago,
Wisconsin.
look at that. Okay, so that's what you have to do. You have to do Chicago. So when you had Green Bay, it's because you had a transfer flight.
Oh,
So
okay.
Seattle's, $316. That's not bad. Go out to Vancouver. Oh, that's way more than reasonable. Okay, so we'd be flying out of Seattle.
Seattle, yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun, man. Green Bay for the draft. I bet you there's just so much history in Green Bay that it would be sweet to go
Yeah.
to any type of football event. And the draft is such a cool event that
It's only a 3-hour drive. Too,
yeah, you
from
rent
Green
you
Bay.
rent a vehicle as soon as you land in Green Bay or Chicago, and you cruise along the Great Lake.
Up north.
That'd be a good time. You could also fly into Minneapolis by the looks of it if you had to, which we have done. So there's lots of options for next year's draft. It would have been sweet to go to Detroit, but just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Just couldn't do it. So it looked like $300 from Vancouver to Chicago, and then a 3-hour drive. So that's not too bad.
Oh, we got that number on the screen, 1-360-209-5623. If y'all are listening and you want to call in and have anything to say, do us the favor and do it, because otherwise we put Adam through all this work. And-
The call-in number is up. That's awesome.
I'm used to it.
Good work, Adbest. You are a magician when it comes to that sort of thing.
Sorry, where is the draft? The draft's in Green Bay next year?
Next year's in Green Bay. How cool would that be?
I like it.
Whoa.
I didn't even say, hey,
Did
Siri.
Siri's trying to take us out?
What I like about it though is because we play Green Bay often in the season.
No, we always lose to them in the
We
postseason.
always just lose to them in the postseason. Exactly.
Well,
so.
2022 played and lost in OT. But yeah, it's like once every couple of years that the Cowboys play them in the regular season, and then just always lose to them like every 5 years in the postseason.
Jenkins asks, is it cheaper to fly to Toronto and drive from there? No, actually. It's probably cheaper for us to fly.
Seattle to Chicago
Yeah.
and then rent a car.
Because
It's $300 Canadian.
Yeah,
It's
and-
pretty
and-
cheap.
Toronto is definitely going to be $500 or so, and then we'd have to
Probably drive even further.
drive even further. Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
so-
we CanFan might be at the draft live next year, fellas. Before we get into our mock draft and before we get any callers in, what are some more pressing things that you guys have thought so far of the offseason? Obviously, Jerry Jones, the all-in stuff. Obviously, the CD Lamb and the contract talk.
Yeah.
The Micah Parsons stuff. But is there something a little bit like stuff that kind of gets under-talked about that could be an issue is like Trevon Diggs coming off of a big injury that doesn't get talked about. Like, are you guys worried about something like that?
Like question marks or worries?
Just like any worries, like something that we haven't talked much about is Trevon Diggs bouncing back. Like,
Yeah. I think that's the problem is Diggs is such a stellar player, and we had Deron Bland show up and play really good in his replacement, that it doesn't feel like a terrible concern right now. it feels almost like, wow, we're going to get 2 guys who can make,
Have picks.
5+ interceptions in a season. That's awesome, right? But it should be a concern, right? Which player have we seen come back from a leg injury like that and perform at what we're expecting them to play at?
The only one I could think of, like, are we thinking Cowboys players?
Just anyone, like Adrian Peterson.
That's it. That's like the only guy, like, dominated, was better
Yeah.
when he came back
Yeah.
off of the leg
Yeah.
injury. That's like the one and only guy. And that he's in the top 0.5 percentile of athletes on the planet.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I don't even know if you could really use that as an example because he's such a freak show when it comes to athletic abilities.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of talked a little bit about last week when I was saying, oh, I'm kind of a bit more like nervous about sometimes when you get these players who get their money and then they crack them if they got them.
Crack him if you got him.
They don't
Crack 'em if you
necessarily
got 'em,
live up to
son.
the money that they are getting paid. So when you look at CDs getting money, Mike is getting money, whatever happened with Dak, like, I feel more worried about that than, let's say, Trevon Diggs coming off of a
But do you think Dak underperformed his contract? Because I don't.
No, I don't. I mean, when you
Postseason, maybe,
sorry,
but he's played pretty good.
when I listen to everybody else, yeah, I don't
think-
think he has. But when you start to look at everything, you're like, yeah, he has lived up to his.
It's
contract.
unfortunate that Dak Prescott in the last 3 years has had about 6 bad football games in 3 years, and 3 of them were in the postseason. That's the unfortunate thing. Dak Prescott's narrative could be so different if he could just figure it out in the postseason, and that's the issue, is that he can't win the big game. But if you think back since CanFan's been around, there's been a handful of games he's been bad, and it's been at very inopportune times. So
Boosh.
that's the sad thing. And it's going to be tomorrow night. Do the Dallas Cowboys do something wild? Do they
I hope so.
trade Dak? You hope they trade Dak Prescott?
I hope they do something wild.
I mean, if they traded Dak Prescott, I'd be all for it just for our reactions because I will ham that shit up so bad. I'll cry. I'll cry on film.
I mean, the only good thing about that is if you do trade Dak Prescott, then I'd rather they do it now and
Yes.
get some draft capital. If they're considering moving on from Dak, then do it now. Let's get draft capital, because the worst thing that can happen is that he just walks, goes to another team, and with his kind of change of tone that was discussed very recently on the CanFan podcast, that's the worst thing that can happen. Is he's
not getting compensated for him.
Yeah, and if he's already feeling sour, okay, well then he might just actually end up moving on. If it comes down to it, he's not going to be like, okay, I'm going to give the Cowboys one more shot. He might be like, nah, you know what, I'm done here. And even if the Cowboys offer him a better deal, he's like, nah, I want to go somewhere else and try to win a Super Bowl for them.
AJ,
ain't right.
AJ, you're on the player rankings right now for quarterbacks. I want to see who's the fastest 40 quarterback. So you got, just out of these top 5, the fastest is Jaden Daniels, but who's the fastest out of all these quarterbacks in, like, even the top 10? Just kind of intrigued about it. It might even be Jaden Daniels.
He's boosting it in. Well, he's boosting that in there.
So 4-5, Jaden Daniels. Gonna keep scrolling.
I want to see if there's any, like, speedsters. Look at Devin Leary, 4.76. He's flying. 4.55.
4.55.
Caden Slovis. Okay. That's interesting. 223 running at 4.55. Put that guy in at slot wide receiver.
4.6, Emery Jones. 4.61, Tanner Mordecai.
So Jaden Daniels is the fastest quarterback out there. 4.5. That's very respectable speed for a quarterback.
Brendan Armstrong, it looks like Arne Anderson's kid.
We got one last. And then there's Tyler Buckner, 4.6.
And Gary Bohannon.
4.59 at 6'3". So
Jeez. Put that guy at, like, tight end. Get him to put on some pounds.
Well, there was a quarterback they were talking about moving to tight end in an article. I'm just going to go read their names and I'll hopefully remember.
Jenkins says Trey Lance is faster and he's the same age as these QBs.
Oh, let's check it out.
It was our boy Joe Milton.
Yeah.
Joe Milton III. They said
6'5", yeah.
There's rumor that he would transition to a tight end position.
Can you do Trey Lance's? I want to look at. Let's actually Trey Lance's combine. Let's watch. Let's see if we can
Bring
find
Trey Lance's combine.
Trey Lance's combine.
As Alex is bringing that up, Jenkins says another guy on YouTube had Dallas trading CeeDee Lamb, Dak, and Parsons tomorrow. How would that go on your show?
I mean, as long as we get 55 picks for all three of them, I mean, as long as we can draft a whole new team, I'd be all right with that. So Trey Lance, 6 foot. This is his combine profile, 6'4", 224. Where's his 40, Way-J? I need to see his 40 time.
Where the hell is that? Okay, hang on. I'll have to. Oh no, I'll have to find it. Give
Looks
me
like a
sec, give
happy
me
fellow,
sec.
though. North Dakota State. There it is. Today I learned Trey Lance's 40-yard dash for ESPN. It's called 4.8.
Is that on Reddit here?
So this is good. Look at Lamar Jackson ran a 4.34, fellas.
Oh my goodness.
That is flying. That's some quick speed for a
The hell?
quarterback.
Jimmy G.
4.97.
Look at Mahomes, 4.8, but he can still move when he needs to.
Yeah, because he's ribbiting all the way down the field. And then they're just showing some 10-yard splits.
Which is an important metric for some of these positions.
Oh,
right?
definitely. 10-yard split is probably more telling than a 40-yard dash, to be honest.
Oh, here we go. Our boys Draft Buzz got us.
Okay.
Of course they do.
Yeah, let's check out his draft buzz. Where's his measurables? Do they have it even? Nothing. They must get rid of it.
Oh,
they're like get rid of all of it.
Overview. Here we go.
Oh, weak.
4.63.
That's pretty good. Then they give you the height.
For his class, he was in that 87 percentile. So
Pretty quick.
His draft class was Mac Jones, him. I saw there was a list of them, and they're all like,
Zach Wilson,
Zach Wilson, and
Mac Jones,
Justin Fields.
they don't have his comparables.
and was Kenny Pickett in that one? Maybe the year after.
It was the year after, probably. But yeah,
Yeah, the only quarterback still on their team from that draft class is Trevor Lawrence.
Oh yeah, because Mac Jones is gone.
Gonzo.
Oh yeah, they didn't put Trevor Lawrence there.
Well, because he was still on the team.
Right.
You probably the article or whatever it was
I just saw the five of them together, and I was like, oh man,
shitty. Well, yeah, Zach Wilson was picked 2nd overall, and then Trey Lance 3rd, and they're not even on the same team. Their teams, which is pretty crazy. We mocking, boys?
yeah, I mean, if we're not,
Are we mocking and cocking?
It does not look like we're getting calls.
No
but
calling.
That's,
That's
okay.
fine.
That's okay.
That's the thing with call-ins because we never do it, so people don't expect us do them. But maybe we bring it in.
It'll be a staple moving forward.
And I think I think some people are a little nervous, Nellies.
Well, but if you ever tried calling, you got to do the meeting ID and passcode. It is a little bit of a rigmarole.
It's too much. What was that other thing you're talking about? Is it easier? Do you know?
I don't know. I haven't tried it, but
we just need
there is
a
call
one number. Yeah, just one number that they just dial.
It's expensive to do the one number.
Yeah.
I spent a ton of time looking through 1-800 numbers, all this bullshit. It's difficult because we're trying to get U.S. people to.
We're Canadian.
Yeah.
Goddamn Canadian. I love them though. I don't blame Canada. I love Canada. I love Canada.
Okay, what do we got on the mock table today, boys?
Well, we're gonna go a little different today. We're gonna draft as the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
We're gonna draft as the Philadelphia Eagles.
We just trade all our picks to Cowboys.
We're gonna draft as every team but Dallas and just give us all the good picks.
All the picks, yeah.
Dallas Cowboys draft Caleb Williams
Yeah.
and Marvin Harrison Jr.
That's pretty good. That'd be a good selection.
That'd be a wild draft to do. You'd take all the top 10s and just trade them all to the Cowboys.
I cracked the draft code. You're like, yeah, you fucking
traded.
You
You
force
cheated.
traded the whole time.
Can you? This is just a question. Can you actually select as multiple teams?
Oh yeah,
Oh, that is fucking hilarious. We should have done that.
I think you can go all like that. So
We should have. Okay, next year we got to do something dumb like
you
that.
got to do one where it's where every other team but Dallas.
Yeah, or just like just forcing trades to Dallas, like first pick, second pick, just to be dumb.
the forced draft.
Yeah.
Forced draft.
Well, look, we're taking our steps. So next year we can do a 2-round all teams draft.
Yeah.
And that'll help us maybe learn a little bit more. Because here's the thing that we're still in the dark about a little bit is we don't know really what on a surface level, we know what the teams are looking for, but we're not in the trenches, in the shit with, what are the rumors going around for all the other 31 NFL teams.
You know what I want to do, and maybe it's not right now, but we should take a screenshot of PFF's big board today or at some point, and then I want to compare it to how the first round actually falls out. I think that'd be an interesting way to look how close PFF is, these professionals, to actually picking their big board.
And I don't
At the end of the day, it's just people, right? It's just people with opinions. There's no reason Mock J's big board isn't better than Doug Weiss from PFF. I made that name up. I AI'd that name.
You add Doug Weiss's name up?
Yeah.
Hey, and at least we're not the Browns whose first pick is 54.
That's rough. Okay, before we go, you guys explain the rules. I'm going to go.
Go for P. I said Cowboy. I can fan Cowboys mock draft final.
And yeah.
And I don't know why I have it as can fan Cowboys. Let me just change that up there. Let me just reboost that.
Oh, because it's the Can Fan Cowboys mock draft.
Right. Can fan Cowboys mock draft.
Yeah.
But it could be Cowboys can fan mock draft.
This was my idea, and it's a selfish one.
Do
Is
it.
that I play the role of Jerry Jones, and I'll be the decision maker on it. But
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
but we draft, and you know I'll be much more reasonable Jerry Jones than
Then Jerry Jones himself.
Jerry Jones himself.
Jenkins Gaming earlier on said we should draft the way we think the Cowboys are actually going to draft.
Okay,
Which I guess
Hey.
plays in line with you to be the Jerry Jones.
that's right. And I want to tell you that when I'm here drafting,
I'm all in.
I'm all in, and I'm looking at the field as if I'm a general and commanding my army. And, you know, sometimes you got to send guys over the hill and call them the cavalry.
But, Daddy, I thought you were talking about you being the option quarterback.
well,
before.
you see, this is the interesting thing.
Here's your pen, Daddy.
This is the interesting thing, son. Let me just draw a couple circles for you. The interesting thing is football is a lot like a battlefield.
Okay.
You're out there, you got your front line, then you got your cavalry,
Yep.
and you got your bombardment. And sometimes you got a navy, and you might have to
Ooh.
call in your Air Force to come and clear things up. And that's when you get a guy like Tyler Smith. Where's he coming from? Left tackle, left guard?
Is he the cavalry or who is he at? Right, Daddy?
I need to know what year we're fighting this war in
Yeah.
for me to properly analyze this draft here. Okay, is this the Civil War, the American Civil War, or is this the future war of
This is the future war.
2077?
The war of tomorrow.
Ooh, that's a little 2077. What's that from? Oh, that's from Fallout. Yeah, it's on my mind.
Oh, he's a Fallout boy.
Okay, I just put
Like
it
the
in the
band?
middle. I put it in the middle again. Yeah. Did we play with Fallout Boy?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
No, you were
like to
close.
think that we did.
Simple Plan you played with. All-time low.
Headley, but you can't say that.
Can't say Headley. We canceled for saying Headley.
Yeah, they
Marriott
were.
Trench.
Headley was a bunch of fucking weirdos.
They were.
anyways.
I almost got in a fight with their manager at one of your shows.
I believe it.
Botg says, I say you do a boost version mock draft where we trade the future picks to go big in this draft.
Well, trades are on the board.
Trades are on the board.
Absolutely. And
So,
look, I said I'm all in.
Wayjay said he wants to. So Jenkins Gaming said we should do it the way that we think the Cowboys are going to do it. Wayjay said he wants to be Jerry Jones for this final one, so he gets the final say.
That's fine. I'm okay with that because I feel like that's fair. Not only can Mock J get the final say on the final draft. I think that's fair.
And
As Jerry Jones.
and we're able to draft players that we've drafted before.
Yep.
However, if it's a toss up, we'll take the guy who maybe we haven't taken for shits and giggles, just so we can add him to our big board.
Yep. And then what are you going? You're going 50% for public versus PFF with. I think that's a no-brainer.
I like that.
I think that's the best bet.
Everything else we keep the same.
Yeah, I like it.
7 rounds,
Need speed.
turbo, or should I have it a little slower?
Yeah, I want to see. Sometimes it's
Okay.
too. This is our last one.
And I can adjust anyway.
I like it. Add what is that song?
I like it. I love it. I
want
need some
some
more
more
of
of
it. The only thing that I thought we could have done is showed how many times we picked a certain player. Maybe we'll cover that tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We'll
we
just
can-
tally. We'll tally it. We'll make our
our spreadsheet with
because we
each
have
player.
we have a big board, but like what's our graphic of like this is the amount of times out of the drafts that we.
I do
drafted
like
these
that
players.
we went away from JPJ in our newer drafts, but let's just see what happens.
Well, for me, when he first came on my radar,
when he first came on the scene.
when he first came on me, on my radar.
On your lower back.
Crack him if you got him.
when he first came all over your lower back.
I bet you say that to all the boys.
He was really high up, but then as you
drop down.
He's dropped down, and then I started, and I always skip Barton. Or
well, because Barton was the reverse. They reverse cowgirled each other.
They did.
Someone said
they were scissoring, and suddenly they flipped.
They did.
I think someone earlier on said someone dropped a photo or a video of Barton doing a bong hit.
Awesome.
I hope so.
That's like for me, if I was a GM, and look,
I'd be like, fucking A.
You are a GM.
You're
Look,
the GM.
I'd rather him heal with the natural
with
plant
God's medicine
than have an opioid addiction.
I want to take the player that's banging Oxy.
Or he has like he found like a fallout bunker, and he has like a big bag of Quaaludes. That's a bunch of ludes.
That's what you do.
Tom Downey is what Jenkins Gaming said. Jenkins Gaming says, I bet you drafted Cooper the most. I think we probably drafted Cooper.
Adrian Cooper?
Yeah. I hate...
Probably up there.
He's probably up there. I hate to say it, but I really don't care about a player's like
personal life unless they're on a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. No, but because you go back to the Cowboys when they were winning championships.
Oh, they were
fueled by cocaine.
Hookers
and blow.
Yeah, like that's that was just a Saturday night before the game. Okay, let's get into this. The final countdown.
The final mock draft. No, I'm sorry, I have it. The final.
Oh, the final mock draft.
Final mock draft.
And when I said it was our final one, the last one, I knew it wasn't. I knew we were going to be doing another one tonight, but I had to play the clickbaity title for this week. So.
And if you're not into hanging around for this mock draft, show back up in about 45 minutes because we'll be doing a watch along live stream with Draft Day Kevin Costner. Okay, let's get into it, kid.
Let's do it.
Oh, that comes in hot.
That does come
in hot. And it should. It's Creed, baby. By the way, we're looking to go to a Creed concert.
We're going to Creed. And you know what? We all have to wear the long black-haired wigs and the Cowboys jersey.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
When he played, and tucked in with blue jeans.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's wearing Doc Martens.
That'd be fucking
okay.
Sweet. Okay, let's do it. Let's get it.
Let's boosh it and goosh it.
Let's see what happens. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Rome Odunze second. Wow.
Whoa.
Malik, pause. Yeah, I just want to go to this. Let's go up to this.
Okay, hang on a second. What happened? What happened here?
So 2 quarterbacks went. You had Caleb Williams to the Bears, then you had Drake May, and then you had 3 wide receivers. And not only is that surprising in itself, but you had Rome Odunze go before Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Joe Alt went to the Giants instead of Tennessee.
That's huge by the Giants, though.
So why? What are we? Is this half and half?
It's half and half.
Okay. Half and half. So
this is good.
So
this is crazy.
You get a little bit of that randomness with that 50-50
This is a
split.
crazy first round.
So right now, what would be happening if this was how the board somehow fell? Someone would be trading up for Jaden Daniels, like hardcore.
100%.
Someone would be. But let's see what happens. On the clock, they're going to take a defensive player. Byron Murphy, Dallas Turner, Brock Bowers, Jaden Daniels to the Vikings, who scored. J.J. McCarthy to the Raiders. Cooper DeJean.
Desir Newton.
Oh, yeah, I'm falling. Fuaga, Fotanu, Mims. Latham. There's a run on. There was just a huge run on offensive linemen there, fellas. All right. So here we go.
Adonai Mitchell. Have we taken him?
A.D. Mitchell, no. And so actually, this is an interesting one. Click A.D. Mitchell here, AJ. He's a freak of nature. His size, he's kind of, people are saying he's sort of like
6'4", 196.
Yeah. Ooh. So he's tall, doesn't have the Metcalf weight yet, but people kind of put him in that similar type receiver as a DK Metcalf.
Well, they're giving a fringe wide receiver 1-2, and that's pretty sexy. He had a really good 2023.
11 touchdowns.
11 touchdowns and a nice, solid 15.4 yards per reception. Not a lot of yards, though.
Not a lot of yards. Nothing crazy. Way better than his 2022. But let's see. Is anyone willing to trade here? So who are the players that we have, though, first, actually? Who do we got on this board?
Our classics.
You want to just slide it over there?
Oh, sorry. So we got Graham Barton, of course, Adonai Mitchell, then Graham Barton, Brian Thomas Jr., Kool-Aid McKinstry, who's dropped
Yep.
significantly, JPJ, Troy Franklin, who's dropped.
Yep. Compared to the first ones we did.
Yeah, Peyton Wilson, Tyler Newbin, Ladd McConkey, and Zach Fraser. So I don't mind trading back here. Problem is, we got Detroit as the next one, and that's how many back? 5 back.
I think that's kind of so. Last time, the last one we did, we had the Ravens try to trade with us at 30, and it kind of scared me that it was so far back. But what do you guys think? Is picking up if you could get one of these guys in at 29 and a pick up a third, is that worth it?
Well,
if you could have any of these 5 dudes?
Well, look, if we're looking for O-line, we're either going to get Graham Barton, JPJ, or Fraser.
Fraser would be
with
like
that
the
pick.
last like ditch thing. Or
Well, I don't know. This is a weird. This board's been weird. So
or say Barton and JPJ are gone, and then you take a wide receiver. Like maybe you get BTJ.
Or Zach Fraser's there.
yeah. I think we trade back.
I think we're trading back.
Let's trade back. I want picks, man. I want
picks.
I want picks.
What do you think, Dad? Daddy? Are you gonna trade back? Salt it up, Daddy.
Well, here's an option.
Well,
Here's-
look,
tell me your option, Daddy.
Hey,
I'm a bad boy.
okay?
This trade is lopsided. Your team owner will veto it.
Yeah, because we haven't selected. Oh, just try that. Just try to get their 61.
Try to get their 61.
Fuck, let's just try it. Let's be crazy for once in our lives. Let's get it.
Hold my hand, son.
Offer it. We got 8 Miles calling us.
Oh, okay.
Sons of bitches.
That's okay. 73 is a much better chance. And we're also going to ask for 164.
Just try it. I dare you.
Because I think
Just
that's not
don't
really
think
possible.
go.
We got 30% because they're trying to trade up. We have a decent chance to get this. Okay.
So we're going to pop
64.
that one off and just throw in the... And if that doesn't work, then we're just doing the...
73.
Yeah.
Offer it up.
There we go!
We got it.
Okay, so go
We're
before you
stacking it,
resume.
Cassius.
Before you resume, go over to the left so we can see who gets taken.
Right. Good call. Okay.
Okay, so let's see who
Took a
Detroit.
bit.
Let's see who Detroit traded up to grab.
We do have a
So
caller.
it was...
though.
We traded our...
Do we want to bring a
Take
caller
him
in?
and take him, Damian McNutt.
Well, let's bring him on and we'll ask him what they think about our first pick
Okay.
before we resume draft.
McNutt.
McMuffin.
McNutt, can you hear us? Ground control to
Major
Major
Tom.
To Major Nut. Oh, he's muted.
He'll come in. So we're gonna before we take this, if you pop in there, caller.
You got to unmute. You don't have to show your face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to show us a little skin.
You got to show us a little, maybe a nipple.
And go ahead, grab yourself a chang.
Grab yourself a chang, son. Get yourself a boo shirt too.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
What is it?
Oh,
What is
get
it?
off!
What is it?
Oh, get it off! Get
I
it
can't-
off! Get it
I
off!
can't help it.
Adam!
I can't help.
Oh!
What was it?
It's fucking like
It's bad.
gay porn.
No, it wasn't.
I know,
even that.
sorry, it wasn't even that. It was. The last one was.
Well,
but
no, so
the first
nobody
video-
but Alex and I could see it. It
Oh.
was literally just someone taking a dump.
Actually?
the first, and
Spread
then
eagle.
the second
but
one.
but they were just filming like a screen or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that-
his asshole was prolapsing. But the second one was a dude like J-O-ing and
It wasn't
Okay.
on screen.
No, smart. Yeah, you had it
Hey, I
in the
know how it
green room.
works.
You had
I
it
know
in
how
the
it
green
works.
room. Well, okay, so we traded our 20
Anything gets crazy
gotta-
on final draft.
Hang on,
night.
final draft night. You get a drink. Grab yourself a drink, son.
Okay.
oh, I gotta.
That wasn't Tay that called in, was it?
It's like, oh shit, I shared my screen.
Well, no one saw it though. Good work, guys. They just saw our reaction. So okay, back to the AJ's stuck by
He
it.
just had to not look. As I'm trying to get this going, he's yelling, "No, I didn't." I'm just like, just look that way.
Hey, it gets wild on the final mock, baby.
Look, you know when you see a car crash and
You have
you
to
I
just
can't
like,
stop looking.
I would have.
Okay. What do we got
Okay,
here?
so the Dallas Cowboys, we had pick 24. We traded it to the Detroit Lions for their picks 29, which is 5 back from what we were originally picking, but we gained their 73rd,
which was
is
from Minnesota.
From Minnesota in the 3rd, and then 201, which I think is about a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
I like that. Let's see who the
We stocked up.
We stocked it.
Let's see who the Lions moved up to grab.
Lions took
Graham Barton, our guy.
Tyler Newman,
JPJ gone. AD Mitchell gone. Oh my God. So the 3 dudes that I was hoping one of them would fall.
Well, we could either take Peyton Wilson, which we're not going to do. Zach Fraser. We got to take Zach Fraser. That's what we said we would.
Hang
we'd
on,
be
hang
comfortable
on.
with.
Hang on. Hold your.
Let's take the cornerback that we'd all be disappointed in. What position would you guys be? At what position?
Honestly,
we're all just like cornerback.
I honestly would have been fine if BTJ fell to there. I was kind of hoping that happened. I mean, even I'm not against a. Hey guys, we've never taken Ladd before.
Ladd McConaughey.
McConkey.
Dallas Cowboys. Chris is saying Zach.
Zach Fraser.
Zach Fraser.
Man, I hate that we lost. I hate how we lost all those guys.
Well, we picked up that 71 pick, and Daddy likes Peyton Wilson. Daddy has been calling Peyton Wilson since the beginning. What are your thoughts on taking Peyton Wilson here? Is that not? Because I know we had our hearts set on an O-line, and we got him right here in Zach Fraser.
Yeah, this is the thing.
I think that makes sense.
As long as each of these guys is going to start, Peyton Wilson's going to start at middle linebacker right off the hop. I'm good with any of them.
Jenkins has put up all the O-line. Like who's available O-line? Can we grab somebody at 56?
Good call. Good call.
And
We'll
and Jenkins is a Zach Fraser guy. That's the only player he's been fucking hammering us at. So far we have Dallas Cowboys Chris and Jenkins saying pick up Fraser.
So we got these 3 guys in that range: Kieran Amegaji, Christian Haynes, guard, and Kingsley Suamatea.
So Kingsley's been on a lot of people's radar in the last couple weeks as a possibly crack if you got him, son. As a possibly a nice pick in the second. So there is some options to get tackle. Like we might miss out on the center.
Bot G is saying trade back again, and so is G Money. Trade back again with Casey, pick up a 3rd and a 4th.
I just don't like the double trade.
I don't see it happening. I
want to keep it somewhat realistic.
And we picked up 2 picks already. I think it'd be more realistic if we pick someone right now and then use that 3rd, that 70 whatever, to then trade back up.
Let me give my case for Peyton Wilson here.
Well, I like Peyton Wilson here instead of 24. So I'm
okay.
I'm fine with picking Peyton Wilson.
Let me just give my case though. Either way.
Yeah, go absolutely. But before you get that case, toss me one, son.
Ooh.
Grab yourself a
You know what you gotta do though.
Hold on a second. Slow your roll. You need to calm down.
You didn't play the right one.
No, I just needed to get that out. You know?
With Peyton Wilson, first of all, we were on him before I heard anyone else talking about the guy. We were on him.
You were. You brought him up, and then that kind of got me on.
But then we all got stoked
talked about him right away.
We all got stoked on him.
Yep.
And I want to get him a year with Kendricks.
Right.
Learning with Kendricks. I think that would be really beneficial. It's also going to make our defense, even though we need a good offensive line, I think that we can, in 56, go best O-line player. What do you guys think about that? Is that no bueno?
So O-line for me is crack me if you got him, son. It's going to be a tackle. It's going to be Amagaji, or it's going to be Suamataya.
Yep.
Sure, I butchered that name. It's going to be one of those guys who will start, and then that keeps Tyler Smith at left guard. So then your line will be the 2nd round pick that you take: Tyler Smith, Hoffman, Zach Martin, Terrence Steele. Which right now I don't love. I don't know if I love taking.
Okay.
I don't know if I love taking Fraser right now.
Okay.
Okay, that's
so
2.
I don't mind Peyton Wilson. I don't mind Peyton Wilson here.
Because the reverse of that is we take Fraser and then we have either Cooper or Colson for our
Possibly
linebacker.
you have Cooper and Colson if you want
but the argument here is if you take Peyton Wilson here, you're getting the top player at his position.
Let's
he has
do it.
injury history, but he is the top player. People are going to hate this. People are going to bring up the fact that he's an injury-prone guy. But you know what? We picked up an extra pick that's going to start. I think we can gamble a little bit right now.
Okay. 2V. I don't even need to say. I don't even
So
need to
for
weigh
that,
in.
I'm gonna go with Troy Franklin. So we got we have a 3-way tie. What do we do? Fuck it, roll Wilson because we have been talking about Peyton Wilson, and it's out. He might get hurt.
Yeah,
he
do it. Do it.
But anyone can get hurt out here. This
Anybody
is
can
football,
get hurt.
baby.
It's football.
Welcome to the team, Peyton Wilson. Woo!
Okay, get over. I want to see. Okay, Morgan's off. Let's
No,
see
hang
what
on.
happens.
Pause.
Keep
You-
in mind,
we
pick
could
up-
tra- we could
picked
trade
up
up.
that draft capital.
Bo Nix went 34.
Yeah, Bo Nix will go in the second.
Okay, we'll just keep going. We'll just keep.
Well, I
going.
want to ask you this: you can't look at players that are still on the board, right?
No.
No, it sucks.
So who would we trade up for right now? There's no one that we're. Or hey, we could trade up and get Zach Fraser, the center, and get a starting center.
We did that with Brooksy and Cooper last
So that's
week.
what I'm saying right now. We should just kind of look to see who would be willing to trade at this spot, because we'll make sure Fraser didn't get taken, AJ, at 30 first before we do that. So okay, Kool-Aid got taken.
Okay, well,
So he's still the best offensive lineman on the board right now.
oh,
Go 56 and do next year's third round. Give it a try.
It's boosting it. It's gonna
Give that
boosh
a
it.
try. Let's see if they take this. 36%er.
Hold my hand.
AJ, nice audible there. Oh, you son of a bitch.
it's okay. We're gonna let it ride, and we're gonna try
Okay.
again with Washington.
Okay, yeah, try again with Washington. Let's try it out. Okay. He's still on the board. Let's see what they say.
56.
56 and then around 3. Okay, 44. Our odds have went up. To the
Look at
left, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. AJ,
What?
offer trade. Not resume.
Oh, fuck! Thank you, Anthony. it's that blue button that gets me
No, it's
every
like-
time.
It's like a bug into
Remember
the
I did that
I know.
on our. We botched the first draft so bad.
Oh, you sons of bitches.
it's okay.
Okay, Jay, try one more. Okay, Chop Robinson.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We're doing well. We're doing good. You're doing good.
You're doing good. No, try a third there. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There
yeah,
you go.
we're gonna
this
get
is
it.
coming.
We're
The
gonna
white
get it.
button. The white button.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
Oh, my
okay,
God.
okay.
These sons of
We won't
bitches.
hold hands on this next
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
These sons of bitches. Okay, man. We still another Michigan guy. Roman Wilson off the board. Okay, come on. That's
Everyone
60
knows in the
and
NFL.
it's-
Cowboys are calling. Cowboys are calling. Cowboys are gonna call. Cowboys are gonna call.
They have a 69% chance to be accepted. Decline it. Let's try it out.
I'm just looking at this just to see. Okay, they're not gonna take that. This makes sense. This makes sense. This
Offer
makes
it
sense.
up.
And
There
we
it is.
got it!
And look who's
We
there.
fucking got it!
Boosted
Whoa,
it.
Jerry's gonna have a hot. He's like, I need salt. I need salt right now.
Boosh it.
Daddy. Yeah, salt limit.
Boosh that, boys.
We're boosting it.
We
Zach
booshed
Wilson.
that.
We got
Zach Fraser.
Zach Fraser. Sorry. We got. We are who we say we are.
We got him.
Welcome to the team.
Welcome to
Zach
the team.
Fraser. Woo!
Hey,
and we still got 73 and 87.
Jakin says all in.
All in.
And that's all
That's what we mean when we say
That's
we're
all
all
in,
in.
baby.
Go to the left so we can see the
Pause,
players that
pause.
are getting taken.
Sorry. Let me pause.
Well, you'd have to pause just to
Well,
the left.
Just so we can see who.
Yep.
And then
Oh, yeah, okay.
we'll catch up, and then we'll.
Ooh, Blake Corum off. Okay, let's see. Let's just see any names. Jatavian Sanders off the board, tight end. Michael Penix all the way at 47.
And they traded with Seattle there.
Wow.
Wow.
Now here's the thing, real quick. If Penix makes it to the 46 pick, would the Cowboys trade up from 56? We don't got any draft capital.
At that point, I'm just like, maybe there's too many people that just didn't like him.
Yeah, well, every single team in the NFL.
Twice over almost.
Yeah.
Blake Corum. First running back off the board, Blake Corum.
Okay, so hit resume and let's
You
just
see
see.
that? Blake Corum, first
Wow.
running back off the board, Michigan Wolverine.
Okay, I think we're just going to our.
Yeah, we'll just get to our pick.
We'll go to our next pick here.
But it'll be interesting. Oh, there's Amagaji off, Purcell, Edrin Cooper off
Went
the
to
board.
the Browns.
Haynes.
Haynes is gone.
There's
Doesn't-
that tackle.
Doesn't matter. We got our center, baby.
Worthy to Houston. Xavier Worthy went to Houston.
Malachi.
There's
went.
Malachi.
There's
I
Malachi.
can't wait till Malachi gets picked.
Marshawn Nealon, 68.
Junior Colson off the board. Jalen Wright off the board. Okay, guys, I'm thinking right now for us. So we have 73,
Benson.
87. I'm thinking running back.
Trey Benson.
Our boy's right here, dude.
I think
right there.
that's a
Don't
no-brainer.
even look.
for us.
I do just want to look him because I like to just see.
Can we get? We'll get flagged if we watch any highlights of him, won't we? I think we will.
Maybe not on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
But look, we already watched Jerry Jones highlights, so
Yeah,
It's from the Cowboys. They won't bring him up, but bring him up.
let's get a. As long as there's no sound, Trey Benson. Let's get a couple vids here.
Get some media.
Trey the
highlights.
Bay
Oh,
Benson?
grab a
Oh, the one to the
chainsaw.
right. That one looks like a hype reel.
Trey the Bay.
Yeah, this.
I'm gonna mute it just
Yeah,
so
because
the music might.
the music might get us.
I'll do it.
Oh, look at it.
I'm Trey the Bay Benson. Trey the Bay.
This feels like I've done mushrooms.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Totally
like,
mushroom.
man, is there
trip.
something wrong?
Why is
with,
everything
Why is
moving
everything
so quick?
stuttering so much?
Guys? I think I'm leaving the earth.
Why is Alex sweating so
This
much?
should be I can take
Me higher.
I like this guy, man. I really.
I was like, oh, they're using the boys are back in town song.
If we get Trey Benson, I'll be happy. I'll be very happy with Trey Benson.
This is
fellas.
what they play for Jerry to convince him.
Yeah.
A fucking
He's got
highlight reel.
look at him. He's got a sledgehammer.
Just win.
He's Thor, baby.
Give me Trey Benson. Get him in. Give him the star. Sign me up.
Okay.
Welcome
and guess
to
what?
the team.
We only got 14 more picks,
And then
until,
we're back
and
up.
then we're back up. So
And we picked up a center just before. Like
Look at,
this is,
hey, and look at all those picks. Look at all those fucking
Guys,
picks we've been stacking.
what are our first three positions that we're about to take here?
I forget.
linebacker,
Yep.
O-line,
Peyton
Yep.
Wilson.
and now
Zach Fraser.
welcome him to the team, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
what did we say we'd be happy with? Linebacker, an offensive lineman, and a running back. And we get an extra pick. This is a great draft.
Jenkins, we fucking did it, Jenkins. You knew we would. We fucking did it.
Welcome to the
Trey
team. Benson.
And we'll get over here quickly just so we can watch. And we're just flowing now.
Now we're flowing, man. And
Now we're
this is a freebie. Trey Benson was a freebie pick.
So is this a BPA?
Well, we'll have to see what we're
Jenkins,
gonna see.
Jenkins saying double down on the linebacker, take Trotter.
Well, we'll see what we got. Ooh, Johnny Wilson at wide receiver is a sexy pick, fellas. And back-to-back Florida State guys. Johnny Wilson's the 6'7" guy. This would be nice. 6'7", 237. This would be
AJ's a size boy.
This would be nice, man.
Do it.
Hang
Hey,
on.
freebie?
Hang on.
Freebie Johnny Wilson?
Yeah, freebie Johnny Wilson.
Freebie Johnny
Well,
Wilson?
Trey Benson's technically the freebie, but Johnny Dub is just the sugar, is the salt on top. There he is, 26. Go to the 26 one, beside 45.
This one?
Yeah. It just looks like it's a hype video.
6'7".
6'7".
Oh my goodness.
Johnny Dubs.
Here it is. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah, just air it up to him.
Oh, you can't stop him. Get off of me, you piece of shit.
Guys.
It's like your little brother.
Yeah,
His little
that's
brother.
what it looks like.
No, there was literally a guy in Riker's flag games last week. There was a guy who was like, is anybody carding this guy? He looks like he's 17 years old and he's playing against 11. Like, he literally looked like that size ratio.
That's funny.
Yeah, because the other, look, that would be really nice.
Wide receiver would be nice.
Oh, you know what? Trotter
Jeremiah
Jr. We could
Trotter.
probably pick him up. Oh, we
No,
probably
he
won't be
wouldn't
picking.
But we have a linebacker. Like,
Yeah.
now you have Peyton Wilson, you have Damone Clark, you have, coming back from injury, Overshown. You know, like, you have some pieces.
Hey,
So I think Johnny's the pick, but I just want to look at DI
Yep. Okay.
to see what we have. Okay, so 100 and 107.
Wow, Devondre Sweat's fallen. Oh man, that's crazy.
But we got draft capital. We can make a trade.
I would like to take Johnny Wilson.
Yep.
And then try to trade up for Devondre Sweat.
Okay, so 122 or 110.
So I think if you went 201 and 174 to try to get up to that.
Yeah. Agreed. Because, like, I don't want to stack with. We don't need to, like, wait for those picks and then pick the BPA.
If you get
we see a
Devondre
guy.
Sweat in the 4th, Johnny Wilson back-to-back, or 2 Wilsons in the top 4 for us.
And Johnny Dubs.
Team Wilson?
And Johnny Dubs here, he is that big body, like literal, no fucking joke
6'7",
about
man.
it. No joke about it.
What are you gonna do? Double CD? Now you got fucking 6'7" J Dub running down.
And that opens it up for the other wide
Brandon
receivers.
Cooks?
Yeah. So
Jalen Tolbert might get out of the piss yellow.
yeah, get him out of piss yellow.
Get him into that like light blue.
I mean, we're laughing. We're not even looking at trades because we're taking the big body freak.
Let's
oh my
get
god,
him.
I've never seen a man like. Can I touch your body?
Let me touch those thighs.
Let me just touch your thigh. Let me try to wrap my hands around your thigh.
Put me on your shoulders and make me your mini me.
I want
Johnny
you to-
Wilson, welcome to the team.
Woo! I want you to carry me on the stage.
So where are we gonna try to trade up to?
I'm just pausing it now so we can think. I think we wait and see once we
110.
get to that 105.
Okay, 105.
Then we're gonna
Let it ride
start
till
thinking.
105.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep an eye open though for who were we talking about trading up for? Why did I forget?
Sweat.
Devondre Sweat. So watch for the Texas Longhorn. Hook 'em.
Hook 'em.
Hook 'em and book 'em.
Yeah. So these are some names because, like Ad said, we don't draft in this area usually because the Cowboys don't have a 4th round pick. So a lot of these guys, Jeremiah Trotter off
Just
the
went.
board. But a lot of these dudes, I'll be honest, we haven't looked much at because we knew we wouldn't be picking a guy around here. So.
These guys want a DI. They're in line for a DI. So let's just see. Let's see what it would take. Would you say, Anth?
174, 201. No, not even close.
Okay, I don't think we're gonna be able to do that.
No, we're gonna have to get a little. We're gonna have to get a little closer to. We're gonna have to wait a few more picks. I
We're gonna
think
have to wait. Yeah, and it might be gone.
he might be gone. Cedric Van Pran, that's a good depth piece. Dominic Puny all the way down there. Okay,
Just having a look. Seeing if anyone's gonna bite.
it just shows the value of that 110 compared to like a 174, right? Like
it is quite a jump.
It's a pretty big jump. So we might not be able to get Devondre Sweat, which is just the reality of it. He's going to be going off the board here pretty quick.
I'm just every 5. I'm just doing a quick little.
Yeah, just a little.
Just until we get a percentage.
And we haven't even gotten close.
And we can't trade another 2025
No,
pick
you
'cause we
can't.
already did that, and we can't leave 2025 thin.
Trey Lance.
would
Trey.
not do
Isaiah
that.
Davis off.
Ah, there he
Devondre
goes.
Sweat
Okay.
to the Seahawks.
Now we're riding.
Brendan Rice off the board. So here we go. There's Estimes off the board. Tommy Eichenberg, linebacker. Tanner
Bortolini.
Bortolini's gone.
Best food in the draft.
Orlina Fettuccine.
You know, whatever team he goes to, if he does well, they're going to have some sort of local dish made out of
totally. Braylon Allen off the board. So now we're getting here, but sure, we're not getting a lot of back-end draft picks, but we stacked our front 4 picks. Like our front 4 picks are stacked.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we are late rounders here. We've made some moves. We got a lot of A-minuses and A's in our late round picks.
And we have 5 picks in the back
5
end of the
picks.
draft.
This is
There
where
goes Luke.
Hey, pause it now. Let's see if we could trade up to right now with 2 picks. Detroit might not do it because actually they might, because they might want to gain an extra pick. So do 174 and like a deeper like 233. Oh, do 2. Okay.
Oh, hang on.
So 201. Do
No, it's
201 and 216.
4%.
I mean, give it. Let's see what they do.
Or hang on, we can do this one. And we can ask them for their 249.
Okay, that's not terrible.
You know?
Yeah, that's not
no,
bad.
resume draft. No, offer trade.
Oh.
You dirty little bastard.
Whoa, I almost knocked that down. Oh, you're getting mad. Dad, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. I'm sorry for
Never
embarrassing you in
embarrass
public.
me.
It's that you're right though. Why is the blue like?
It's just it's intriguing.
It's intriguing.
Okay, here we go.
60% chance. That's pretty fair.
'Cause
There we go.
They want to
You
keep.
fucking
They,
got
they
it.
want to keep you on platform, so they're gonna make you fuck it up and have to do it again.
All right, chat. We're reaching out to you for your expertise for these guys. We got Dallin Hooker, tight end, Jaden Sheardon, halfback, Jordan Whittington,
Who we've taken before.
wide receiver, Zach Zinter, a Michigan boy,
Michigan
Wolverine
boy.
guard, Javante Jean Baptiste. Oh, I
Love the name.
I love the name, man.
Love the name.
Let's have a little peek at him.
Yeah, let's have a little look see.
Oh,
Hey,
Got better every year.
Any guy who gets better every single year is a guy we want to be in bed with.
pure
Yeah,
outside
I like.
tackle with that run defense. That's
Okay, I like the run
that's the
defense.
important
Ooh,
thing.
he's D-Laws. Nice
6'4",
size.
260. Guys,
Woo, I like this, fellas.
but you know,
Yeah, we got to get a draft buzz on this.
Get a draft buzz, and then Jenkins is saying, look at Zach Ginter
Zach.
as well, the guard,
We've taken him.
the Michigan boy.
Now I think we're Oh, are you back?
Yeah. No. Am I muted, or can you guys hear me?
No, I
No.
can't hear you. Press the.
Oh, it's the
the mic.
cable.
The mic.
The mic?
There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Are you are you
Hey!
trying to boost it over there?
I'm
or
trying
what?
to mute myself.
Javante Jean-Baptiste. I mean,
I
that
like it.
that sounds like he
6'5", 239.
Stephen White says you traded up for no one in mind? Question mark. Awesome. Let's get someone with a mullet.
Hey, here's what I like about Baptiste.
Measurables are looking decent.
He's fast and he's powerful with those legs.
Yep.
97 percentile with his broad.
Let's get a pro. Let's get a con.
And we've also done 12 mock drafts, so we're trying to pick as many people as we can.
Definitely. We
One
are.
pro, one con for JJB.
JJB, good name.
My fucking scroll doesn't work very well, so let me
Scroll.
AJ looks like a person playing a first-person shooter for the first time.
Oh, we got a slow scroll going. This is what I like. He also had an overall rating on the defense of almost 80%, 79%. And that's pretty high for
JJB?
Yeah.
The Baptiste. We could call him the Baptiste.
De Baptiste.
Comparisons?
J Baptiste.
All right.
Here we go. So John Baptiste has lethal spin move and pure speed to close quickly. That's nice at this spot of the draft, guys.
Yep.
Anything else that jumps off of his strengths?
Explodes off the line.
Athletic build with room for additional muscle mass. That's sexy.
And he's already a big boy.
Looks
now
the
let's
part.
go. The more important thing I always say is we got to look at these weaknesses.
Only three of them. Only three of them.
Lean lower body. Can work on that. He's a bit stiff as an athlete. Can stretch him out. You know Zimmer's going to be in there holding his leg on his shoulder, being like, come on, push it, you pussy. And he's a work in progress.
Zim, you're scaring
Hey.
everyone. Stretch it out.
Hey, I'm going to take this from Stephen White in the chat, but hey, boys, let's get baptized here.
Yeah, let's get baptized. Let's get baptized.
Welcome to the team.
Javante. And he's from Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Notre
Dame or Dom? Dame or Dom?
Notre Dame.
That's a good pickup, fellas. Zach
I mean-
Ginter off. Michigan.
We're feeling good.
We're feeling good. Brady
What's a
McGregor,
position in need?
Michigan.
What's a position in need here for these next picks?
Interior. Defensive interior.
Right.
We have, so we went linebacker. What did we pick second? Center,
Running back,
wide receiver,
It's time to
edge.
time to even it out with a DI.
A DI would be nice.
BPA DI.
I think BPA is a good is good
BPA
here
or
too.
yeah.
BPA for defensive interior, it would be ideal if he's just the top of the pick. Okay, so you got Tip Raymond, great name. Trey Taylor, Dylan
Just a
Lobby.
McKinley Jackson
Let's
is
check him
our
out. ATM. He's from Astamouth.
he's from Astamouth.
That'd actually be a funny shirt. ATM, but
ATM. I mean, he. Let's see what he did here. So he played
A gap, baby.
He played a lot of A
That's
gap
good.
this year, but in previous years he also played a lot of B gap. So he's
He's gonna be big. If he's playing that many snaps at A gap, he's gonna be a good size.
6'2", 325.
Give me that big old mumbo jumbo.
We're taking him.
We have to.
We have to take him.
McKinley Jackson.
McKinley Jackson.
Welcome to the team.
Well, hang on.
Let's get a draft buzz.
Oh, I almost started to clappy.
Well, I mean,
Get the clap.
We're taking him unless he looks like a fruit. Okay.
I mean, what kind of fruit? If he looks like a giant watermelon, I'm still okay with that.
Oh,
for my
yeah,
defensive
yeah.
interior.
Oh,
yeah, that's
And
our
he does.
guy.
And he does.
That is our guy. 6'2", 326.
He's not fucking
Slow
around.
as fuck.
Slow as
Lot of
fuck.
reds.
Can't
Lot of
jump.
reds.
Lot of reds.
His
A lot
weight,
of reds.
but look at
His
his weight.
weight.
His weight.
It's his weight.
He's in the 95th percentile of his weight
And
for
wh-
defensive interiors, and he plays A. He plays A gap, which is what we want
Yep.
in a defensive interior.
And we're in round 6, guys.
Bring him on.
McKinley Jackson.
Bring that big old mumbo jumbo on the team.
Bring him on the team. Let's
Welcome
go.
to the
Welcome
team.
to the team, baby.
We still have 3 more picks. This is awesome.
Ow.
Man, we're just stashing and we're
Stashing and gashing,
stashing and gashing,
gashing and stashing.
stashing and bashing.
Here we go. Picks 216. So this is a compensatory pick. Oh, AJ, I know what you want to do.
I do want it.
I'm
Chase
good with it.
McClellan?
I'm good with it.
Double it up.
I'm good with we're getting our Thunder and Lightning.
Yeah,
I
I'm
say
fine with that.
I say at this point, if he's still there,
we take him.
I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it.
Jace McClellan, we're not even looking. We already
I'm fine
know.
with that.
Jerry's already walking to the podium, okay?
Welcome to the team, JC boy.
Oh!
Okay,
Don't
now
leave me hanging there, Daddy.
2 more picks.
Should we trade up?
I'm just going to get us fast here.
Yeah, juice it up to us. Let's get these.
Juice it and goose it.
So now we got kickers. We got wide receivers going on here. Let's see any names that we remember. Carter Bradley. Like, again, if Joe Milton's there, I'm not against it. Frank Gore Jr.
We already
yeah,
doubled
we got
down.
two. We got two.
Trip up on halfbacks. I'd be like, these guys are fucking drafting a team. Like,
Yeah,
what
they,
type-
they have 3 half.
Jolly Rogers, let's see.
Garbage.
Oh, no.
Get him off.
What about Jalen Sundell? I know we've looked at him before. We never took him. He got better every year, which I like.
He
Not by
played some
much.
center and a left tackle.
I don't mind this as just a depth piece, fellas.
Let's get him. Bring him
Jenkins
on.
says we need slot guys.
Ooh, okay. Check out wide receiver. Fuck it. Let's see if there's a good fast wide receiver. Anyone left?
We have our guy in mind.
Okay, Casey Washington.
Casey
Casey Washington's actually the BPA best player right now. Got better every year.
6'2",
200. Okay. Let's see what he played mostly.
They don't.
Oh, they don't even have him. That's not good.
quick look at his
game played 12. Slot snaps, only 21.
Not the
So
greatest.
he's a wideout. I think we're going with Jalen here.
I think so. Not even on Draft Buzz.
Yeah. It's
He's saying slot corner, I meant.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I don't even think there's a corner near on the top on the BPA.
Which we might be able to get a slot corner in the last pick of the draft.
Yeah, just a speed guy.
what's that?
That's my computer telling me I need to do updates. Hey, you don't worry about that, okay? It's like when you watch like some feeds on like YouTube, some people who are reposting like an ESPN thing, and then all of a sudden you can hear that come through, and you're just like, oh, they've just been doing.
We could get him in the last pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not slot anyway.
Okay, well let's pick our guy, and then we'll take a look at what's going down.
Let's get our guy Jalen. Tackle. Nice. Jalen Sundell from North Dakota State. Welcome to the
Welcome
team.
to the team, baby.
Last pick.
Last pick.
Toss me one too before we get this last pick in. Oh! How did I catch that?
You saved it from that.
How did you throw it into here?
I had the perfect shot on it.
And you when your hand go in the middle of it.
I caught it like this and it squished my hand.
Hey,
Crack if you got him.
that's why you're on the team. That's why you're on the squad.
Welcome to the team.
I don't mind Jalen Ford.
Oh, Jalen Ford's the pick. He is.
Let's take him.
Jalen Ford's the pick.
Finishing it off with Jalen Ford.
Welcome to the team.
Welcome to the
Can't believe we
team.
got him in the 7th. This is a good draft. Texas Longhorn pick for the end. Let's see our graph trade. I'm excited for this, boys.
Zoom it in, and okay. Don't just slowly.
Crack him if you got him.
Well,
Oh my God!
Oh yeah, it's gonna have a little fuzz to it.
I went to our draft board.
The only thing that PFF said is we could have gotten Tyler Guyton.
Not a fan of Guyton, to be honest.
No, we're shying away from him. He's a right tackle, right?
We wanted a center.
Yeah, we wanted the center. That was a much better positional player for us.
Download the image so you don't forget.
Oh yeah,
I already saw our first grade. Peyton Wilson, A-.
Peyton Wilson, A-.
A minus.
But the trade, the trade, guys.
The trade was good.
And then we
then
traded
we did
back.
another trade.
A-.
Frazee.
Zach Fraser at pick
Fraser.
39.
Jerry went crazy for Frazee.
Trey Benson.
B+. Okay, but we're looking right here. You got 4 picks. The first 3 are all starters, with Johnny Wilson getting a lot of time as a he's your wide receiver 3
And
off the get-go.
And you could use him in like red zone.
Yeah, you could 100%. He's like that weird freak show athlete. So these 4 picks, I think these top 4 picks might be our best top 4 picks of any of our drafts.
And we were usually back half guys.
We were usually back half guys.
Then we got Baptiste.
Yeah,
Baptized
let's
at
get
baptized with a B
baptized.
minus.
Get baptized.
Made some dangles. Hey,
Made a third trade in the draft.
dangled some more.
We had to go all in.
And we got McKinley Jackson, which
B+.
B plus.
you know,
Good
we
size
satisfied
guy.
that need, scratch that itch.
Good size guy.
Defensive interior.
Jace
McClellan and
Love Jace McClellan in round 6 at 216.
Jace
halfback.
McClellan.
McClellan.
Jalen Sundell.
Boys, this
Solid
is
B+.
gonna be an A. I think
A
we're
minus.
Jalen Ford for our
A-
final
for
pick.
sure A minus.
A minus draft. I love it.
A
Yeah,
minus.
A minus.
Top 32. We got some awards too. But hey, what a fun draft. What a good draft.
That was probably one of our best drafts. I
And
think.
fun. It was fun. We traded a lot and we were active.
Right now.
Well,
All
speaking
right.
of right now, we will be back in 7 minutes.
No, I have it to 8:30.
Oh,
Okay,
8:30.
okay.
We will be live streaming a watch party of the Kevin Costner Draft Day movie.
Like,
Do we
gives-
show the movie?
No,
Well, I'll be maybe cutting in and out, but we're doing a watch along. So
What
we'll make
happens? What happens if you show it?
Sure,
We
we
could
could
get flagged.
if we demonetize, we could probably show it.
Maybe
or we could like zoom in and show a little.
I'll cut in out every now and then if at a certain part, but I feel like it's more so for us.
So we're watching Draft Day. If you don't have it, go find a way to
It's on,
find it.
it's on Netflix.
Oh,
Everyone should have
Get on Netflix, come back, go have a piss break, maybe quickly eat like we are gonna do, and then come back here and let's watch Draft Day together. Let's have some fun. We love you all out there in chat.
Is this a good time to announce our partnership with Netflix?
That's right.
We're sponsored by Netflix.
We will be back with this for in 20 minutes, but if you're not coming to do the watch along, we will be live tomorrow all day for the first round for the CanFan Draft-tacular Extravaganza. Year 2, we will be live for every single pick, giving Cowboys CanFan knowledge
Listen.
and analysis.
And if you're listening or watching it right now, we know you're going to be there.
You're gonna be there.
Yes,
You're gonna be there
don't
with
leave
us.
us hanging.
So okay, we will see you guys tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, we'll see you in 20 minutes. Boosh.
Peace. Thanks, chat.
Oh, I forgot to